Testing 1 2 3. AHL TV mic check 1 2 3.
Want to get your thoughts first and foremost, playing your first ever home game in front of the fans. in what turned out to be a 3-1 victory. And what a brilliant performance from the entire team from start to finish. They outshot San Diego 30-20 and gave up just 8 shots total over the final 2 periods. And what stands out about the team right now when you look at it on paper is that there is a lot of depth, a solid mix of players, and that has head coach Manny Malhotra pretty excited about what this team can achieve this season.
There's a really good mix of some veteran guys, some younger guys that are trying to establish themselves and then figure their game out at the pro level. But you know, we have skill that can obviously be really effective offensively and make skill plays, and we also have quite a bit of grit and guys that know the role that they're expected to play and play that. So I really like the balance of our lineup right now.
Some players to watch tonight for San Diego. Igor Sidorov is off to a nice rookie campaign. He had the only goal yesterday for the Gulls and has 3 over his last 2 games. And someone to watch out for in Abbotsford is Danila Klimovich. He was the first star yesterday, notching a goal and an assist, and also had a game-high shot with 5. And he's looking like a very confident-looking hockey player right now, and already has matched last year's goal total. That's it for me. Enjoy the game.
Hello, hockey fans, and welcome inside Abbotsford Center for tonight's game between the Abbotsford Canucks and the San Diego Gulls. Thanks for tuning in here on Flow Hockey's Game of the Week. My name is Brandon Astle. Well, less than 24 hours ago, the Canucks put on a very solid performance in their home opener against these Gulls. Sent the fans home happy with a big 3-1 win, and that score didn't really give justice to the Canucks for what they did. I mean, talk about executing a game plan. Coach Malhotra on Thursday said that they want to try and limit the Gulls' chances in transition. They did that. He wanted his team to play in the offensive side of the rink and wear them down. Add another check mark there. And they really got some solid contributions from every player that dressed for the most part. There were more than a few guys that deserved to hit the score sheet but didn't. Callie Klang played pretty well in net for San Diego, so give him credit for keeping his team in the game. But if Coach Malhotra could order up the same effort tonight, I think he would take it in a heartbeat. And now his group is looking to string together back-to-back wins for the first time this season. On the other side of the coin for the Gulls, you have to wonder how they will respond. It's a relatively young group that has gotten out to a tough start, just 1 win through 5 games, but they do have some veterans they can lean on, try to get them kick-started, if you will. You look at veterans like Ryan Carpenter, who's an NHL player. Jansen Harkins has been a point-per-game player in this league. Carson Meyer has had a good start so far. And Roland McEwen, he's 28 years old and leading the blue line right now in points. So I'm sure their head coach, Matt McIlvaine, will be leaning on those types of guys heading into tonight's contest. How about last year? Danila Klimovich was kind of one to forget. It was a frustrating season, didn't play a whole lot, dealt with injuries as well. And now it's a new slate this year. New coaching staff has come in, and he's left a lasting impression on his coaches, that's for sure. I know Manny has been impressed with his overall play in practice, his defensive side. He knows he can shoot the puck, and what he did last night on the power play to open the scoring, that was a laser to the top shelf that kick-started the offense for Abbotsford. And you could just tell. I saw him after the game. He had the smile on his face. He's enjoying hockey again. But now it's about stacking these performances back to back to back and try to be consistent. That's the hardest thing to do in this league. And Danila knows that firsthand. So give him credit right now. He's off to a nice start. And we'll see what he has in store for us here tonight. Let's get to the scratches for both teams. Hey, look who's making their season debut. It is Phil DiGiuseppe. After missing the first 5 games, he is in and will play on the first line. So scratched are Leighton Ahak, Akito Hirose, Christian Felton, Ty Glover, Sammy Blais, Christian Wolanin, Cooper Walker, and Linus Karlsson. The Gulls have made some changes as well. Out of the lineup is Noah Warren, Josh Lapina. Those two played yesterday. Also out is Niko Majodovic. And entering in on the back end is Rodwin Denizio. Looking at the line combinations for both teams, the Canucks top line, it's a new look with Ratu centering Lehtermäki and DiGiuseppe. Sasson centering the second line alongside Klimovich and Mueller. Waters the third line center with Smith and Nielsen. Stevens on the fourth line with Kambeitz and Twarinski. So they break up that third line of Waters, Smith, and Stevens that was very good. They deserved a couple last night, but unable to beat Cali Clang, so they are split here this evening with Di Giuseppe back. On defense, Brisebois paired with Wu, Pedersen with Friedman, and Kudratsev with McWard. And starting in net, why not? Throw him in. He's 3-0. It's Nikita Tolopilo. Wasn't overly busy yesterday, faced just 20 shots. So I think that's part of the reasoning why he's going to start tonight. And why not ride the hot hand? So Tolopilo gets the call for San Diego. Or so for the Canucks against San Diego. Speaking of San Diego, let's get to their lines. Carpenter's going to send to the top line with Meyer and Sidorov. Jansen Harkins, a local product, will send to the second line with Colangelo and Regenda. Gaucher on the third line with Caulfield and Nesterenko. Mishak, the fourth line center, with Howe and Petrie. So Howe enters the lineup. On defense, Hetherington is with McEwen. Helleson paired with Denizio. Canal will play alongside Hines. And starting in net is Oscar Dance. So Cali Clang gets the night off. Dance, a familiar name to Abbotsford fans, I'm sure, after spending the last 2 years with the Calgary Wranglers. All right. Players are lined up on the blue lines. We'll have the Star Spangled Banner and then O Canada, and then we'll drop the puck. Second time in 2 nights these two teams will go at it. We'll see if the Canucks can get their second straight win. We'll turn things over to the P announcer, Stephen James. Home opening weekend features a double dose of the Canucks and Gulls in less than 24 hours ago. It was a home side putting together a clinical performance and will look to send the Birds south for the winter without any points in their back pocket. Thanks for tuning in on the AHL's Game of the Week on Flow Hockey. My name is Brandon Astle. Let's meet tonight's starting lineups. For the hometown Canucks, back between the pipes after picking up a win yesterday, it is Nikita Tolopilo. He's 3-0 on the year, the 1.62 goals against and a .932 save percentage. On defense, it'll be Mark Friedman and Elias Pettersson. And up front, the line of Waters, Smith, and Tristan Nielsen. Ready. By this time yesterday, he already had a breakaway, and now here's a chance on the right side. Waters cutting in, lost control as he has bumped out the puck, gets it back, tried to pass that got blocked. Now it's in the corner. Waters will slide it to the left point for Pettersson. Pettersson shoots one intentionally wide. Gall's trying to clear. Nielsen plays it to the line for Friedman. Over to Pettersson. Nice pass to Smith. Stick handling. He'll backhand it down low. The Canucks making changes. Good start for that new look line of Nielsen, Smith, and Waters. Now Lehtera comes on with Ratu, and Ratu able to just get a piece of that long pass to negate the icing. As Helleson in his own zone got his pocket picked neatly there by Lehtera. He feeds the point for Brisebois. He'll pass down low, and it just missed DiGiuseppe. Now Wu in front, his pass at escape. DiGiuseppe on for his first shift, wins the battle, finds Lehtera. Now Brisebois, one-timer, and tipped just wide by Ratu. Canucks coming out of the gates hard again for a second straight night. Brisebois over to Lehtera. Passes too hard. Gulls finally pick it up, looking to clear, and it does get to center, but Ratu got it right back for Abbotsford. Both teams are going to change when they can. Brisebois gains the red, flicks it in deep. Fresh bodies coming on. Here's Sasson on the forecheck. Gulls turn it over. Here's Klimovich. The star from last night centers it, and that's a stick save by Dansk. Regenda under siege. Able to get it to the Abbotsford blue line, and now the Gulls bring it in offside. That was the first time the puck entered Abbotsford ice, 18:22 to go. So how about that? Waters, Smith, and Nielsen set the tone, get it on the forecheck. Followed up by Sasson, Klimovich, Mueller. And Ratu, DiGiuseppe, and Lehtera had some chances as well. So 3 of the 4 lines into this game early on as Sasson's trio remains out for Coach Malhotra. Klimovich try to pass it, hit a stick, and now the puck is chipped to center. Colangelo settles it down for Hines. He'll get it back to neutral ice. Colangelo dumps it in. Icing's waved off at the last second. Friedman will shoot it around the net. Klimovich at center. On his backhand, makes a pass, and here comes Mueller. He's got Sasson with him. Mueller to Sasson, he shoots, and a great stop by Dansk. Oh, what a setup from Ty Mueller, and Sasson with a glorious opportunity is turned aside. Now Cole McWard trying to hold the right point. Lost the handle. It comes to center as the Canucks change. Here's the fourth line. Twarinski. Make that Kudratsev with a shot. Dansk gloves it down. That was Twarinski, the shot after the feed from Kudratsev. And that's what we're going with the rest of the year. I talked to him after the game. I said, how do you pronounce your last name? I've heard it pronounced Kudryatsev and Kudratsev, and he said the latter. So we're going to go with that, although he was one of those guys that said, it doesn't matter, just call me Kirill, but we're not going to do that. So it is Kirill Kudratsev the rest of the way. And he's going to stay out there on defense with Cole McWard as Manny Malhotra makes a late change. DiGiuseppe, Lehtera, and Ratu jump back on for their second shift. Canucks have the only 3 shots in the game, 17:32 to go, still scoreless. Ratu against Mishak in the circle. Mishak wins it to the corner. McEwen tied up right away by Lehtera, and now played to the other side. Hetherington takes a bump, plays it up the wall for Petrie. Petrie inserted into the lineup tonight after sitting yesterday. Now Cole McWard deep in his own zone. Lehtera, the touch pass to center. Here's DiGiuseppe. Overskates the puck, gets it back. Tried to make a play, but it's stolen by Hetherington. But DiGiuseppe made up for it and went down to block the pass, and he'll settle it down in his own end. McWard. Brisebois. Back to DiGiuseppe. Down the right wing. Puck rolling on him. He lost it. Caulfield. Around his net. Able to find Petrie. He'll swing it across to Hetherington. Flicks it in the Abbotsford zone. Tolopilo will guide it to Jetwu. Don't think that'll count as a shot. Still 3-0 Abbotsford in that department. 3 minutes gone by. Here's Drew Hellison with a shot. That's blocked in front. Puck loose, and Nesterenko couldn't pull the trigger. Ran into his own man. And Lekkerimäki brings it ahead, sends it deep, and the Canucks change. Out comes the fourth line of Stevens, Kambites, and Twarinski. Denizio, the rookie defenseman, stick handling with it behind his goal. Looks to center. His pass hit a skate. Now picked up as Gaucher gave it away. Twarinski for Kambites. Canucks are delayed offside. They got to tag up, so the Gulls should have a lane here to break out with it. 4-minute mark first period. Hellison flicks it into the bench and out of play. Whistle sounds. 15:56 to go. And what a way to open up the home schedule last night for the Canucks. It was a complete 60-minute effort. Played in San Diego's end a lot. Didn't give up much near Tolopilo. And just a solid workman-like effort from top to bottom from everybody. And it's about following it up tonight. Got to forget about yesterday. It's always tough to beat a team back-to-back in this league. And you got to think the Gulls won't go down without a fight. But for now, the Canucks have the momentum as Waters takes to the ice with Smith and Nielsen as the Gulls flick it down for icing. And yesterday, the Canucks were good in the first period last night, but boy, did they ever turn up the heat in the final 40 minutes. Only gave up 1 shot in the second and 7 in the third, so that's 8 total in the last 2 periods. We're just suffocating, didn't allow anything in transition. That's something Coach Malhotra wanted to focus on, and boy, did his team deliver. Usually when you see a team down by a couple in the third, you expect to push, try to make something happen offensively, but Abbotsford just didn't let them. Gulls win the faceoff again this time. A better clear. It doesn't go for icing. Kudratsev try to pass that missed McWard. Now battle for the loose puck. Waters to the blue line, but not out. Now down low. Here's a shot by Meyer. That's denied on the sharp angle by Tolopilo. Now Canal with a long wrister. Missed the net. Nielsen's going to pick it up and bring it out to neutral ice. His pass hit a skate. Gulls trying to regroup. Carpenter under pressure, got a stick lifted by Waters. Nielsen's there, flicks it high inside the blue line, glove down by Canal. Spins away from Nate Smith. Getting close towards the 5-minute mark, still 0-0. The Gulls have the last 2 shots in this game. Sasson, Mueller, and Klimovich back on the ice. This 3 looked good yesterday. So Coach Malhotra keeps them together. As Regenda didn't touch that puck at center, delayed icing, but it's waved off as Harkins won the foot race. Now Mueller back in his own zone, blows a tire. Gulls can't hold the line though, they're delayed offside. Now Mueller looks up, has some space. On his backhand, leaves it for Klimovich, he'll shoot it deep. Sasson ties up Caulfield. Sasson took the worst of that, hit his Brisebois, holds it in. He'll send it down for Klimovich. Ran into Sasson. Gulls able to get it out, Brisebois steals it right back. Over to Klimovich, nice move inside his own blue line to create space for himself. Klimovich leading the team in goals. Try to cut to the right wing, but just got out of the way of a hit from Regenda, who clears it down the ice. Icing's waved off as the Gulls get 5 fresh skaters on. Meanwhile, Friedman to Pettersson. His pass hit a skate, enters the Gull zone. Denizio, his pass hit the skate of Di Giuseppe, and he'll chip it down to the corner. Hellison up the wing for Petrie. Petrie to Mishak, and he'll calmly get it out. Pettersson looking for an open teammate. Little drop pass. Lekkerimäki swings back to grab it. He'll give it right back to his countryman, Pettersson. Now to the other side, it's Friedman. Nice breakout here from Abbotsford. Twarinski's on the ice. He lost the puck on his backhand. Now around the Gulls net, Denizio up the wing for Petrie. Cross ice feed. Howe trying to get it back to Petrie. He does. He has it at the left wing and dumps it down, but not very low. And the Canucks take over. Kudryavtsev takes a shot that's steered away by Dansk. And that goes out of play. 13:16 to go. And we got our first media timeout and a little bit of pushing and shoving. Officials trying to break it up. And now Canal wants a piece of an Abbotsford Canuck. I think it's Kambites, and the officials aren't letting him go. Gloves and sticks are on the ice, but no punches thrown. I'm sure those two will probably just get roughing calls. Cam Bites dropped the mitts, so did Canal, but the referees did not want them to have a dance. So now we get our first media timeout. And while we have a minute, let's take a peek at the schedule ahead for the Abbotsford Canucks. After tonight, the homestand continues, and Abbotsford will host Tucson next Tuesday and Wednesday. Both of those are 7 o'clock local time starts. And then we're on to November, and the Canucks begin a new month on a 3-game road trip. And they will see the Gulls pretty quickly next weekend, in fact. This time in their barn. That'll be on November 2nd and 3rd, and then the Canucks will get 2 days off. And then we'll be in Ontario to play the Reign on Wednesday, November 6th. And then there's a quick turnaround. They come back home to host Bakersfield on Saturday, November 9th, and then Sunday the 10th. And then stay at home for 2 more against Coachella Valley on Friday, November 16th and 17th. And then finish the month on a 6-game road trip. So that's a busy month. November has 13 games on the slate. And so far in this game tonight, no goals to report. Shots are 4-2 in favor of the Canucks. And the faceoff will be in the attacking zone for the home side. The best chance so far belongs to Max Sasson. Got behind the defense, took a feed from Ty Mueller. But Dance made the save, sliding across to his right. So it'll be Ratu, DiGiuseppe on the ice with Brisebois and Wu. We're 4-on-4 with Cam Bites and Canal in the penalty box. We're roughing it up after the whistle. So some room here for both teams to wheel around if they want to use it. Gulls win the faceoff. Hellison over to Hines. Ratu trying to rub him off the puck. Hines tries the other side. Nesterenko back behind the net. Ratu applies pressure on Hellison. Nesterenko with a nice play to find his way around Ratu. And he'll lead the rush to center. Nesterenko to the right wing. Carpenter's shot. Glove save Tolopilo. And he'll hang on for a face-off. Probably the best chance for the Gulls so far, and that was nothing too hard for the goaltender to turn aside. Now Sasson and Lekkerimäki come on the ice for some 4-on-4. 12:51 to play. Harkins and Meyer the forwards for San Diego. Now we have one of the officials wiping himself down at the Canucks bench. Now we'll drop the puck. Sasson against Harkins on the draw. Sasson wins it back for Jet Wu. He'll tap it towards Brisebois. Quick pass to Lekkerimäki. Now Wu's going to join the rush. Gets the feed on the left wing, but offside with Sasson. Faceoff will be in the neutral zone. Happy to bring you all the action for free tonight on Flow Hockey social channels, as this matchup is the game of the week. So whether you're watching on X, YouTube, Facebook, or over Flow Hockey's website or app, glad you can join us. And for a Canuck fan, it's a great opportunity to get the double screen going. Maybe have this game streaming on your phone or laptop, and on the big TV you got the Canucks and Penguins game on. Here it's still 0-0 as the Gulls enter the Abbotsford end. Nice job by Wu to work it free. Wu and Sasson go back and forth. Now Brisebois takes a turn. Gives it right back to Wu. Looks up. Passes to Brisebois. He's got Sasson gaining some speed, and here comes Max down the left wing. Head up. He'll take it around the net. Sasson using the ice he's given. Tries a pass, but gets blocked by Harkins. Comes out to center. We're 4-on-4 for another 45 seconds. Both teams changing as Mueller steps on with Klimovich. Now Colangelo down the left wing for Regenda. Trying to find room around Cole McWard. Regenda to the right point. Hellison to his partner Denizio. Wrist shot blocked in front. Kudratsev was in there. And now McWard up the wing for Klimovich. Trying to get it to center. Stolen now a 2-on-0 down low. Here's a shot and a blocker save by Tolopilo on Denizio. Denied his first AHL goal. And now a wrist shot is blocked. Regenda trying to track it down as he hits the deck. And now the Canucks steal, and Cole McWard has room the other way. He's joined by Klimovich 2-on-2. McWard stops, able to find Waters off the bench. Here he comes with a shot, and he missed the net. Puck pinballs to center. We're back to 5-on-5. Cam bites out of the box, chops it free to Waters, and he'll calmly take it deep into his own zone where there's a little more room. Almost 9 minutes in, first period. Both teams have had good opportunities. And now the Canucks nearly turned it over, but Friedman skates it ahead. Down the left side, chips it off his shin pad. Gaucher out to center. Throws a bouncing pass to Nesterenko, and the former Chilliwack Chief sends it in. Friedman, first to it. Plays it for Nielsen. He's pressured. Nielsen able to make the play to center. Now it's a 3-on-2. Pettersson down the right wing, has Waters with them. Pettersson stops. Wrist shot saved by Dansk. Smith gets a rebound. Able to find a wide open Brisebois. Now Pettersson, one-timer, stopped by Dansk. Nielsen gets the rebound on the right wing. Nielsen backdoor looking for Brisebois. He was wide open, but Nesterenko knocked it down out of midair and gets it out to center. Nice play by the winger, and he backhands it deep. Saved a good chance there as Brisebois was licking his chops. Almost halfway through this first period, still 0-0. Here's a pass for Jet Wu. Dumps it in. No, they're going to say he missed it. It's an icing call. I thought he might have had it glance off his skate. So Denizio with a great chance after the Canucks tried to clear it and they couldn't do it. Tried short side, but Tolopilo stuck out the blocker. And Rodwin Denizio, the fifth rounder of Anaheim, just 20 years old, playing his first AHL game a few weeks ago and spent the last 3 years in the OHL. He's from Newark, New Jersey, but has some Swiss heritage as he plays for Team Switzerland internationally. Nearly had a milestone moment there. Puck now enters the San Diego end. Fourth line's out for Abbotsford. Gulls have their first line out, and here is Carpenter. Looking for Sidorov. The pass missed on the Canucks, trying to counter. Twarinski down the left wing. Tries a drop pass. Puck loose in the high slot. Hellison's there for San Diego. He'll hand off. Denizio chipping it down low. Kudratsev fanned on his pass. Carpenter's there. He'll shoot it the other side. Denizio off his left point. Trying to get it towards Sidorov, and he does. Now at the right boards, Hellison, backdoor feed. Denizio shot, fanned on it, hangs on to it, gives it off to Hellison. Traffic in front, his shot goes wide. Puck comes back left point, Denizio chips it back down low. McWard hustles after the loose puck. Makes a nice play to get around one check, and his pass hit Stevens in the backhand and didn't get outside the line. Denizio to the right wing, Hellison, wrist shot save, puck loose in front, Tolopilo down, Gulls looking for it, and ends up behind the goal line. Good shift here from the Gulls. Their best one in the game so far as the Canucks find it but can't clear again. Hellison to the left point, Denizio fakes the shot, has room left wing, backdoor pass in front, Sidorov inside the circle, his shot blocked, and Cole McWard has seen enough, he'll ice the puck. And the Canucks will take a breath. The top line going to work down low for the Gulls. Denizio looking poised at the point, made a couple of plays. Same with Sidorov. Hellison put it towards goal a few times. It's still 0-0 with 8:33 to go and still tired legs on the ice for Abbotsford. The Gulls trying to take advantage as they have fresh legs. And now they lead the shot department 7-6. They're starting to find their stride. Here's a wrist shot from the point. That goes wide. Hetherington chips it over the glass, and the Canucks can make changes as Cam Bites got in the shooting lane there. Faceoff will stay in the Abbotsford zone. Kudratsev will take a breather, and his campaign continues to roll along very nicely. You keep waiting for him to make a rookie mistake of some sort, but it hasn't happened yet. He does not look his age at all. Really making a nice impact on the club on the back end, and doesn't play with any fear. He's just playing free out there, and last night showed a lot of poise to the puck, had a couple of shots on net, made a nice defensive play in the third, on a desperation sliding block to deny a chance. And now here comes Ratu behind the defense with the puck just rolled off his stick, or else he would have had a good look on the net. Now Lekkerimäki on the right wing takes a wrist shot stop by Dansk. DiGiuseppe behind the net. Keeps the feet moving. Banks it to the point for Pettersson. Over to Friedman. He'll chip it down low for DiGiuseppe. Under pressure from behind. DiGiuseppe one-handed to Lekkerimäki. Now to the point. Pettersson. Friedman. Back to Pettersson. He's got room with a shot, and it just got redirected wide. Friedman holds it in. Over to Lekkerimäki on the left boards. Now Pettersson. Back to the right wing. Friedman activates. Trying to hold it to the corner. He's got it. Friedman now double teamed. Regenda can't clear though. Pettersson holds it in. He'll take it deep on the right side. Pettersson to the left corner for Lekkerimäki. Head up. He's got Friedman in front with a shot blocked. And the puck ends up along the right wing. Nobody knew where it was for a second, but now Pettersson spots it. Friedman one-timer missed the net. Oh, the goal's under siege. Now DiGiuseppe's shot is stopped. This top line still going to work. And finally, Harkins gets a loose puck to center. And he's got a little speed here. Now it's a 2-on-1 all of a sudden. He shoots and he stopped. Rebound in front. They score against the grain. Colangelo on the rebound. Puts home the game's opening goal. And just like last night when the Canucks were dominating, the Gulls go the other way against the flow of play and open the scoring. And a nice job by Harkins to find a second win. Creates a 2-on-1, and Colangelo puts it to the back of the net. It's 1-0 visitors. And not much more the Canucks could have done there offensively. They were forechecking hard. The D were activating. And you'd think when the Gulls got it outside the blue line, they would change, but Harkins must have the iron lung. So it's 1-0, and Colangelo continues his fantastic early start. That's his third as the Canucks in on goal. Stick save by Dansk. Puck gets away from Sasson and finds center. Ty Mueller taps it back in deep. Canal turns it over to Mueller. Right corner. Mueller to Wu. He'll throw it towards the net. That's blocked in front by Hines. And now a steal by Klimovich. Trying to get the pass from Sasson. Klimovich is held up. And Hines will scoop it and play it towards the Abbotsford blue line. Friedman right back out. Now Klimovich at the end of his shift, backhands it deep. Forwards go off for a change, 6:20 to play. Canal, over to his partner Hines. Hard pass to center. Friedman gets in the way of Caulfield. Nielsen trying to dump it in, blocked by Hines. Trying to clear, puck rolling. Nate Smith follows up, same with Nielsen. And now Waters, back to Smith on the left wing. Over to Nielsen. Nielsen to Friedman. Over to Pettersson. Through traffic, wrister. Blocked by his own man, Waters. Puck loose in the slot. Now played to the corner. Tristan Nielsen. Trying to tap it behind the goal line. Gets it back. Nielsen in front for Smith, and it's kicked away by Dansk with the right pad. Canucks are buzzing again. Here's Friedman, right point. Pettersson drives down the left side. Throws it behind the net. The Canucks are changing. Gulls need to get it out. Nesterenko will do so. Puck was chipped as it ends up all the way down. Icing's waved off. 5:20 to go first period. Shots are even at 9 apiece, but the Gulls are up by 1. Here's Aatu Ratu, 3-on-2 rush. Ratu across the line. Left wing feed, Kudrastev. His shot goes wide. Lekkerimäki backhands it into the slot. Rolls behind the goal line. McEwen up the boards. Lekkerimäki holds it in. Ratu, DiGiuseppe, trying to cycle it down low. Throws it to the other corner. Meyer under pressure trying to clear. Held in by McWard. Nice move to get around Carpenter. Now Ratu, wrist shot. That got blocked. Hetherington got in the way. Now McEwen tries to clear the other way. Lekkerimäki holds it in again. That's a couple times he's done that this shift. Now the Gulls have a bigger lane to get it out. They reach center this time. Carpenter at the end of his shift. Passes towards Meyer. He'll shoot it around the goal. Now Ty Mueller gets away from one man. Plays it around. Held in by Hellison. His shot saved by Tolopilo. No rebound, and we'll get a whistle and also the media timeout. 4:16 to play. Gulls up 1-0 and now out shooting the Canucks 10-9, but Abbotsford has played a lot in San Diego's end, and if not for Dance, this is going to be a 2-1 or even 3-1 game. I was talking about Kudratsev earlier, just 20 years old, and caught up with him last night. What a personality he seems to be. Had a great chat, and we'll roll that interview in the first intermission. And asked him a variety of things. He thought he might be going to the ECHL, is what you'll hear in the interview. Because I asked him flat out, where did you think you'd be when the season started? And he kept his options open. And I'll tell you what, like I said in the interview, you're not going to the ECHL anytime soon, by the way you're playing. He played the last 3 years in the OHL with the Sioux Greyhounds and described himself as more of an offensive defenseman. So we'll hear from Kirill in the first intermission. And fans, you can get your online 50-50 right now by going to AbbotsfordCanucks5050.com. Must be 19 plus to play, and you must be in the province of BC when you purchase that ticket. Again, the website, AbbotsfordCanucks5050.com. All right, so for a second straight game, the Gulls up 1-0. We'll see if the Canucks can equalize. It was Klimovich tying the game up yesterday on the power play. And Danila's out there right now with his line mates, Sasson and Mueller. Face off right circle in the Abbotsford zone. And Sasson will take the draw against Harkins. Max Sasson still wearing that A. DiGiuseppe back in the lineup, also has an A on his sweater. Manny Malhotra has really liked what he's seen from Max, not only on the ice, but off as well. Brisebois behind the net. Wu to Klimovich, hit his skate. Comes back towards Wu, who feeds it the other side. Got away from Brisebois, though. Now at the blue line, Denizio unable to hold it in. The Gulls got a tag up. That allows Brisebois to bring it up the ice. Snaps it in deep. Klimovich on the right wing takes a check from Denizio. And now the puck goes to the left wing. Foot race between Mueller and Hellison, and Mueller wins that and slides it down low. Denizio on his backhand. And he put that off the glass, and icing is going to be waved off at the last second. Now Pettersson tried to reverse it. Harkins stole it, plays it in front, and just missing the glove side was Regenda. Caught Tolopilo by surprise a little bit there. Now Jet Wu will dump it down the right wing, and the Canucks make a change with 3:20 to play. Canal to Mishak, turned it over. Stevens couldn't get around Hines as Twarinski plays it in offside. Now the Gulls control it behind their goal. Canal weighing his options, being watched by Twarinski in the crease. And now Canal's ready, long pass to center. Hits a skate. Pettersson hustles back. Can't get around Petrie. He's got a man in front, and it hit the backhand of Mishak. He was wide open. Pass was just a little too far in front. And now the Canucks clear. Under 3 minutes ago. Gulls trying to make something happen in transition. Petrie got defended nicely there by McWard. Wins the battle, and Cole backhands it calmly into the way. Not enough for icing. Now Abbotsford finishes the change. McEwen behind his goal. Ready to start the breakout. Just over 2 minutes to play. Gulls still leading by 1. Nesterenko takes it off his skate. Ends up towards Tolopilo. Over to McWard. Nielsen trying to help out his D. The Gulls get the puck and chip it to the other corner. Nate Smith reverses it to Brisebois. Now to McWard. Middle of the ice, he finds Waters. Waters chips it off the glass. This might be icing. Nielsen trying to beat it out, and he does. Good hustle by Tristan Nielsen. Now Waters to the point. Kudratsev with room. Wrist shot blocked in front. Tried glove side, and then Waters took down his man. He's getting a penalty here. Going to go off for tripping likely as he hauled down McEwen from behind. So a late power play for San Diego, trying to add to their 1-0 lead. Fans disagree with the call, but the referee was right there to blow the whistle. San Diego had just one power play last night. They went 0 for 1 and come into tonight's game with the 16th best power play. And Abbotsford are going to be without one of their best penalty killers in Captain Chase Waters, who hopes this penalty carries over into the second. Shots remain 10-9 in favor of San Diego. Harkins, Regenda, Carpenter, Meyer, and McEwen, the power play unit, against the penalty killers of Smith, Ratu. Actually, Smith is going to get called back to the bench. Ratu and Stevens are the forwards. Brisebois and Wu on defense. John Stevens has 9 career shorthanded goals of the Abbotsford Canucks. Always dangerous when down a man. He'll let Ratu take this draw. Carpenter counters for the Gulls, and Carpenter wins it back. McEwen to the right wing, Regenda. Or make that Harkins. Regenda's in front of that, providing the screen. McEwen. Harkins. Back to McEwen for a one-timer, missed the net. Regenda feeds it back to the right wing. Harkins spins away from pressure. Back to the point, McEwen. Harkins once more. Cross-ice feed, Meyer. Puts it between his legs. Inside the circle, drops it down low. Now McEwen left point. Drags it back to the middle. Traffic forming in front. Just over a minute to go in the first period. Meyer trades places with McEwen. McEwen gets a drop pass, and he tried to feed it towards Harkins, and now it ends up to him. And now Ratu stole it, and the puck is cleared to center. Abbotsford will change. Last minute of play, first period. 50 seconds left now. McEwen to Harkins. He'll stick handle his way in. Puck comes to Regenda. Wide open pass. Carpenter to Hellison. His shot blocked in front. Smith trying to clear. He's on his knees. And the Gulls able to win the battle and set it back up. 30 seconds to go in the period. Hellison to Harkins. Regenda screening. Wrist shot blocked. Puck pinballs behind the net. Carpenter along the wing. Chips it back to the line. Hellison gloves it ahead. If the Gulls touch it, it'll be a hand pass, and that will be the call. And no one's touching it yet. Finally, the play is blown dead, and it'll be an offensive zone draw for the Gulls as the Canucks just let that play go. Not a bad trade-off. Nate Smith going to argue his case. 11 seconds left. Both teams going to change. The Gulls have one shot so far in their power play. Stevens and Ratu back out after a short rest. Off the face-off. Jet Wu finds a loose puck. He clears it down. Puck is rolling to Dansk. 4 seconds left, and that's going to do it. San Diego going to take a 1-0 lead into the second. And we'll have 16 seconds of power play time to work with on a fresh sheet of ice when the second begins. Overall, a pretty entertaining first period. The Canucks, although down one, got to like with what they've done. Just got to be a little more opportunistic, I suppose. All 4 lines have had a couple of good shifts apiece. And during their best shift against the grain, Harkins on a 2-on-1 took a shot that was stopped by Tolopilo, and Colangelo put it into the empty net on the rebound. And that is the only goal so far. Sam Colangelo is third of the year from Jansen Harkins. And Colangelo is a really good goal scorer. Everywhere he's been, he has scored. Coming into tonight, had 4 points in 5 games. Now make it 5 in 6. And Fabino held out the score sheet last night. His point per game average is no more. He now has 8 points in 9 games as he turned pro last year after his season finished at Northeastern, and had 4 points in 4 games late last year with San Diego. Also got in 3 games in Anaheim and scored his first NHL goal. Had a couple last Friday against Coachella Valley, so he's no stranger to putting the rubber to the net. And averaged more than a point per game at Northeastern. Looking at the shot leaders for both teams. For Abbotsford with 2 leading the way is Lech Karamaki, and for San Diego with 3 is Hellison. No power plays yet for the Canucks. San Diego working on their first. All right, busy night in the AHL. We'll get to the out-of-town scoreboard after the interview with Kirill Kudratsev in his first full professional season. 7th-round pick of the Canucks in 2022. And so far, so good through 5 games, and had a chance to catch up with him after yesterday's big win. So without further ado, here is the rookie blue liner, Kirill. Well, Kirill, want to get your thoughts first and foremost, playing your first ever home game in front of the fans and what turned out to be a pretty nice win against the San Diego Gulls.
Yeah, it was a great experience. Finally, some home game for me because I've been playing I was talking about Viftolo in my car, and we were talking we played 9 games already, 3 games in Penticton, 2 preseason games, then 4 games in a row, and they were all in a row. So it's super exciting to get back in the building, and it's my first ever game in this building, but still be back in front of your fans and just go home after a game. It feels way easier.
And what did you think of your team's overall performance in the home opener?
I loved it since the first shift. First shift was really good for us. Set the tone for the whole team. Our captain getting breakaway in first seconds. I'll take that over anything, honestly. And then second period, we just took a momentum and played really good. And
for yourself, what's the transition been like? Obviously, you played in North America with the Sioux Greyhounds, but now being in the pro hockey atmosphere, what's been this last month or so been like for you?
It's been very interesting, honestly. We have lots of, skilled and very good, overall D who can play defense and play offense, and it's really hard to compete with those guys because, I'm younger and everybody's older, except Petey, but we're with Petey in the same boat, and it's really hard to compete, but it's very nice when you get a chance to compete. I'm sure that it pushes me up because the guys, everybody wants to play for this spot on the practice, and that's what pushes everybody in practice to get better. So then for the game, you really ready because in the practice it's so hard.
And what's it been like on a day-to-day in the American Hockey League and playing under Manny Malhotra so far?
Honestly, the same thing. I've been in North America. I played 3-3 already with my coach John Dean, and it's basically the same system. So I'm used to it. It's nothing new for me.
And where did you see yourself after your season ended with the Sioux Greyhounds? Did you picture yourself here in Abbotsford, or did you think, okay, I'm not quite sure where I'm going to end up?
Yeah, I wasn't quite sure where I'm going to end up. I wanted to try pro hockey. I was okay if I'll be sent down to the East Coast for a couple of games, maybe try to see if I'm going to stick to the pro hockey. If no, I still have a year in the OHL. I knew I can come back and play there. I'm most welcome. So.
For fans who are maybe unfamiliar with your game or just getting to know who you are, what type of defenseman are you?
I'd say I'm going to be trying to be two-way defenseman, maybe a little bit more offense. Sometimes I can say probably just two-way defenseman who can really play good defensively when I need to and play really good offensively when I need to. So just honestly depends on the situation. I think if you're really struggling offensively to create chances, I might gonna cheat sometimes and become a little bit more offensive defenseman. But if the game is like today, for example, it's I'm just gonna stay two-way defenseman. Sometimes if I have a chance, I have the puck on the blue line, and I have time and space, I'll just try to do something with it. If I don't have anything, I'll just keep it simple.
I feel like you're someone who's out there and you don't play with a lot of fear. You're not the biggest guy, tall-wise, but you always seem to be in the trenches in front of the net, in the corners. You have a great sliding block in the third period there to maybe save a goal. Is that the type of mentality you take on the ice, to just not be afraid?
Well, Nikita told me that I can't get scored on, so I have to block the pills every time I'm on there, and I don't really have a choice because he's older and he will, I don't know, take a punishment on me probably or something. So I don't want to know what he's gonna do with me. I'm just trying to play really strong defensively and get it out of our zone, honestly.
I know it's still early on in the season, Kirill, but what kind of team do you think you got in there with the Abbotsford Canucks this season?
I think we have a great team. We're honestly, I'd say we're super young. I don't know honestly how it is in the league, who is young, who is old, but we have quite a few young guys, but everybody's really skilled. We have this perfect team where there's a couple guys are super skilled and couple guys are can grind, and just our captain Waddy, he's not that skilled, but that type of the guys every team need probably, even the NHL, to go 5-on-6 like he did in the last 3 minutes, block so many shots, win a couple face-offs, that go for a PK. It's yeah, we have a great team, honestly. I'm super happy.
Well, Kirill, it's been fun watching you play so far, and I don't think you're going to be going to the ECHL anytime soon. Keep it up, buddy.
So. Okay, thank you.
There you go. Kirill Kudryavtsev having a strong rookie season. His team is down 1-0 after 20 minutes. Going to step aside, and we'll come back with the AHL out-of-town scoreboard and then the second period face-off. Thanks for tuning in, folks. You are watching the AHL Game of the Week on Flow Hockey, listening to the Abbotsford Canucks Broadcast Network. Back in a few for the start of the second period. Welcome back to Abbotsford. Start of the second period between the Canucks and Gulls, and it's San Diego 1, Abbotsford no score. Thanks for tuning in, folks, on your Saturday night. Brandon Assel back with you, and let's check out some out-of-town scoreboards starting in the Pacific Division. Tucson at home, looking for back-to-back wins against Bakersfield as 2-1 Roadrunners. And some finals to pass your way. Milwaukee beats Chicago 5-1. Texas at home edges Iowa 3-2. Rochester 5-4 in a shootout over Cleveland. Rockford goes into Manitoba, wins 5-3. Charlotte at home knocks off Bridgeport 5-2. Wilkes-Barre 3-2 win at home over Syracuse. Belleville over Toronto 2-1 in a shootout. Laval goes into Utica and wins 4-3. Grand Rapids with a 5-2 road win against Lehigh Valley. And Hershey beats up on Springfield 6-2. So 16 more seconds left in Waters' tripping minor that he got late in the first. We've traded sides. It'll be Ratu and Stevens with Brisebois and Wu. Harkins out there up front with Carpenter and Regenda. McEwen and Denizio on D. Ratu will take the face-off against Carpenter. Crowd trying to make some noise. Ratu had the game-winning goal yesterday in the first period. Gulls win the opening face-off. Harkins in front. Regenda stopped by Tolopilo. Good early chance. Tolopilo was square to the shooter there. Didn't give him much to pick at. Penalty nearly over. Carpenter to the point. McEwen with traffic in front. Wrist shot blocked. Waters hustles to help out his team in his own end, as Stevens banks it back for Brisebois, who will leave it for Jet Wu. His pass fanned on. Carpenter gave it right back to Wu, though. Here come the Canucks with numbers. Jet Wu 2-on-1 with Ratu. Ratu takes the feed, walks in, shoots, and he hit the post. Over the glass and out of play. Great chance. Ratu on the left side tried high blocker and nearly tied the game right there. And it all started off a good play by Jet Wu in his own end. So still 1-0 Gulls. Here's a replay if you're watching at home on Flow Hockey. Ratu decided to keep it the whole way and nearly had it. Canucks from the face-off, back to 5-on-5. Klimovich ties his man up in the corner. Gaucher behind his net, up the wing, not out. Sasson in support. Tips it back down low, and now Friedman with a one-timer, missed the net. Pedersen off his left point. Behind the net for Mueller, in front, can't get it to Sasson. Nice job by Klimovich to get in front of a pass, though. Puck stays in. Pedersen rolls it around the net. Sasson on the right boards. Under pressure, stolen by Mueller. Mueller in front, can't get it to Klimovich. And the Gulls pick it up, and now they clear. Pedersen in his own end. Gulls are changing, trying to catch him. Long pass the other way. Sasson trying to get behind the defense, makes a move, shoots one wide of the glove. Was kind of flat-footed there. Now Carpenter responds the other way. The pass in front and putting it just wide as Meyer, and it ends up at the left point for Canal. Rings it behind the net. Carpenter on his backhand in front, stolen by Ratu. Nice read, and he gets it out to center for Lekkerimäki. DiGiuseppe follows up. Lekkerimäki with a wrist shot stopped by Dansk. Rebound in the slot. Puck rolling, and the Gulls pick it up. And the captain, Carpenter, tries to pass as he got decked by DiGiuseppe. Now Canal, left wing feed, Sidorov, centering pass blocked by McWard. Ends up in the corner for Hines. The defenseman's in deep, plays it in front off a skate. Puck loose in the crease. Tolopilo searching, and he's got it. Gets the whistle. Wasn't quite sure where it was at first. Was looking near his right pad, and that's where it ended up. And now Howe and DiGiuseppe exchanging post-game plans. Those two separate, face off to come in the Abbotsford zone. Still 1-0 Gulls. Shots 2-1 in favor of the visitors. It'll be Nielsen, Waters, and Smith out there with Brisebois and Wu. Waters will take the draw against Jan Mysak. Gulls win the face-off. Wrist shot blocked by Smith. Petrie try to step away from Jet Wu. The Canuck defenseman plays it up the wall. Nice hard defending by Jet Wu. Took out a couple of Gulls forwards. Now the puck loose at center. Comes back to Jet Wu. Quick feed to Brisebois. Touch feed to Smith. Now Waters trying to knock down a rolling puck. Plays it in deep. Icing's waved off. Hellison takes it around his net. Bank pass to Denizio. Looking for someone at center. Missed everybody. That's an icing call. And it's waved off because it came in the crease to Tolopilo at the last second. Referee was just about to blow the whistle, but took a funny hop into blue paint, and Tolopilo wasn't going to take any chances. So Tolopilo has stopped 12 of 13. Dansk perfect, 10 for 10. And Dansk, a Swedish goaltender, looking for his first win as a member of the Gulls. He got pulled in his last start against Coachella Valley, allowing 5 goals on 15 shots. And he was brought in to be a veteran presence and help mentor Callie Klang. As Dansk has been in the league for quite a while, this is his 174th game in the AHL. Almost 3 minutes in, still 1-0 Gulls. Puck was dropped unfairly, so Waters and Harkins will retake it. Both centers on their strong side. And Harkins wins it back to McEwen. Looking in net through the net through traffic. Stopped by Tolopilo. Puck loosened some skates. And chopped free by Wu. Nate Smith can't get it out now. Wide open chance in front. And Harkins put it wide on the one-timer. And he can't believe it. What an opportunity there. Now the puck's bouncing behind the net. Wu getting help from Chase Waters. Brisebois knocks it free to the captain. Waters able to get it out. Nielsen trying to chase after it against McEwen. Delayed icing, and that's the call. Puck just kept moving and moving. I thought it was going to check up. But what an opportunity for Harkins after the Canucks turnover. One-timer on the right wing and missing that completely. So the Gulls make changes. The Canucks can't. 16:39 to go. Waters against Gaucher on the draw. Gulls win the faceoff. Here's a shot by Nesterenko, stopped by Tolopilo, and he's got the loose puck. Traffic coming just a bit too late there for Caulfield. And now some pushing and shoving. Nesterenko involved. I think players are getting a warning. Nikita Nesterenko. You'd think he's from Russia, but he's from Brooklyn, New York, in his second year of pro hockey. Played his junior just down the road with the Chilliwack Chiefs, and he's not done. John at Mark Friedman has to be separated again. And those two talking about something. Friedman having a one-on-one with the referee, Mike Campbell. Friedman and Nesterenko lined up against each other. We'll keep an eye on these two. Off the draw, Nesterenko again shoots one off a skate. Now Canal, centering pass gets blocked. Gaucher cycles it for Canal. He'll play it around the other side. DiGiuseppe ties up his man. It's stolen by Gaucher. Now a chance down low. Played in front, and the Canucks steal, and Ratu's the other way with DiGiuseppe. Ratu one-hands it off the stick. Hines ran into Ratu and DiGiuseppe, but made the play. And the Gulls get it out. Nesterenko against Friedman. Nesterenko chips it around him. Those two tie up in the corner. Lekkerimäki up the wing. Hines holds it in. Wrist shot by Gaucher. Blocked by Pettersson. Pettersson under pressure. Can't get away from Nesterenko. And the rookie defenseman calmly just shrugs him, then gets grabbed onto. He's going to draw a penalty. Nice job by Pettersson not to react. And Nesterenko, who has been hot this whole shift, wanted a piece of Friedman earlier and then just grabbed onto Pettersson. And now he's going to skate to the box for 2 minutes or less. And Abbotsford gets their first power play of the game. It started off well there for Nesterenko on that sequence. Looked like he was going to cause a turnover by Pettersson, but the rookie just kept moving his feet behind the net. And then the free hand came across his body. And the Canucks looking to tie it here. Went 1 for 4 in the power play yesterday. It's DiGiuseppe, Waters, and Mueller up front to begin. McWard and Klimovich on D. Waters will take the face off. 15:43 to go. Gulls having a good start to this frame so far. Out shooting the Canucks 4-1 as they win the faceoff. McEwen. Nice play. Mishak can't clear though. McWard keeps it in. Now one-timer by Klimovich. Shot stopped by Dance with the glove, and he'll hang on. Awkwardly grabbed it down. It was heading towards his shoulder. That had some heat on it from Klimovich. Faceoff will be at the other side. And the Canucks nearly made Mishak pay for not clearing it. So now Mueller, who can play some center, will take the draw against Carpenter. He's a lefty, so it's a strong side. And Mueller wins it back. No, one-timer. DiGiuseppe put it just wide. That left a dent in the end boards. Puck is tied up behind the net. Mueller trying to get it to Waters. It's played around the boards and all the way down. Nice job there by McEwen. 30 seconds gone off the power play. Same unit stays out there. McWard to Mueller. Lost the puck. McWard swings back. Plays it ahead. Klimovich. Cross ice. DiGiuseppe, but an offside is the call. Minute 17 to play. 5-minute mark. And Phil DiGiuseppe just missed a one-timer off the face-off win. Phil back in an Abbotsford jersey for the first time since May 4th, 2022, when it was the AHL playoffs. And he's been solid when playing for the Abbotsford Canucks. 79 career games, he has 68 points. Now Ratu, Nielsen, and Lekkerimäki out there with Sasson and Wu. Canucks win the draw and shoot it in. Lekkerimäki applying some pressure. Hellison behind his net. Regenda with a chance to clear, and he does just that. Jet Wu back to pick it up from Tolopilo. Passes off to Sasson. Now Ratu leads the rush on the right wing and stops. He'll set it up to the other side to Lekkerimäki. Lekkerimäki for Nielsen. Behind the net, Sasson finds Ratu. Ratu's tied up. Sasson, good support. Looking to make a play. It comes to Jet Wu. Back to Sasson on the right wing. He takes a shot, stopped by Dansk, and he'll hang on. Puck is now loose. Play goes on, actually. Sasson trying to get it back. He has it inside the right circle. Little scrambling as it plays in front. Lekkerimäki to the point now for Wu. One-timer, or it looked like a Ratu shot blocked. Comes back to Lekkerimäki. Power play over in 15 seconds. Here's Jet Wu with a shot. Tipped just wide by Sasson. Ratu controls on the right wing. Now Lekkerimäki, wrist shot. That got blocked. Puck loose for Hellison. Trying to clear, and he does. So the power play is over. A couple good chances late from the Canucks. But they're 0 for 1 and still down by 1. 6 minutes played, second period. John Stevens lost his footing. Puck comes to center. Gaucher gave it right back to the Canucks. Pettersson, saucer pass in the neutral zone. Here's Nate Smith across the line trying to make a move. It ends up on the left wing for Waters. Waters trying to work it free. Pettersson chips it off the stick of Smith down deep. Hetherington takes it to his backhand. Up the wing for Gaucher. Canucks keep it in. Pettersson to his partner Friedman. He'll turn on the right wing. Creates space. Brings it to the middle. Mark Friedman still has it. Around the net he goes, but he's bodied off the puck by McEwen. Gulls grab it. Clear it down. And a delayed icing call. It's waved off. Gaucher takes a hit from Smith. Puck is loose. Now pried free by Pettersson. Makes a nice play to get away from Colangelo. And another move to find space away from Gaucher. Sasson able to help it out to center. Canucks in the midst of a change. 12:30 to go. And I'll look out. Mueller lost his footing and took out a goal. Abbotsford gets possession back. Pettersson reverses it to Friedman. Friedman looking for somebody in the neutral zone. Hangs on to it for now. Passes off to Pettersson. Pettersson in the middle for Klimovich. Here he comes the other way. Daniela Klimovich on the left wing. Looking to make a play. Over to the point. One-timer. Priestball just missed the net. McWard's in deep. Trying to take it around the net. Hands off to Mueller. Now Klimovich. End of a shift for him. And he can't hold the line. Got into a phone booth there. And now he'll hand off and go to the bench for a change. 11:45 to play. McWard. Head up through center. Able to pass in for Ratu. Ratu with a little touch down low looking for Lekkerimäki. And now a steal. Brisebois in the slot. DiGiuseppe's shot goes high. Gulls grab it defensively as Ratu gets into a shoving match behind the play. Lekkerimäki in his own zone fighting for it. Helped by Brisebois. And Lekkerimäki will get it to center. Almost halfway through this game, still 1-0 San Diego. Now a steal by Ratu. Ends up at center though after it got poked off his twig. And now Brisebois in front of the Gulls bench. Plays it off the stick of Lekkerimäki and in it goes. Canucks make a wholesale change. Much better game tonight from San Diego, as we expected. Carpenter backhands it in deep. Kudratsev, penalty coming up as Cam Bites took down Meyer. He's going to go off for interference. We'll have our media timeout. And on the other side, San Diego will get their second power play. Leading by 1 as Cam Bites argues his case. Shots are 4-3 in this frame for San Diego. Canucks fans, this team is just getting started, and you can join the momentum with season tickets. You can get full seasons, half season, mini memberships, and some highlights include a guaranteed price where members are guaranteed the lowest price on tickets. You can also get playoff priority and ticket savings for all events at Abbotsford Center. And you'll also get a dedicated account executive. For more info, go to abbotsfordcanucks.com. Again, abbotsford.canucks.com for information on season tickets. So both teams getting a breather at their benches. I'm sure we'll see Igor Sidorov out there. Great start to his rookie season. Had the only goal last night for the Gulls and is up to 3 over his last 2 games. And he turned pro after spending the last 3 seasons with Saskatoon in the WHL, and he is no stranger to putting the puck in the back of the net. Had 50 goals last year and 40 the season before. Here's a shot from Sasson on the power play if you're watching at home, and Dansk has been solid. Still got the white mask since he's new to the Gulls. Probably getting a paint job as we speak. So Waters takes to the ice with Stevens, Wu, and Brisebois. And the power play unit consists of Regenda, Carpenter, McEwen, Meyer, Harkins. Stevens going to take the draw against Carpenter. Stevens wins the draw. Brisebois to Wu. Under pressure, stolen by Regenda. You'll play it in front. Carpenter lost it, and it ends up in the crease, and Tolopilo calmly smothers it, so there'll be another draw. Carpenter was fishing for that loose puck. It was in his skates a little bit. Off the feed from Regenda. Face-off will be the other side, so Chase Waters likely to take this one. And the lefty Harkins counters for San Diego. 10:42 to go in this period. And we have some movement. Regenda jumped, so Harkins will get waved, and Carpenter might have to come back in and take it. And he will do so. 2 captains in the draw here as the Gulls win it. Saucer pass finds Harkins under pressure, and he gave it away. Nice job by Stevens, Brisebois, and Waters. And Brisebois has it in front of the Gulls bench, and he slaps it down. John Stevens intercepts, trying to kill some time. Back to Brisebois, and deposits towards the goaltender once more. Good start to this PK. 35 seconds gone off the penalty to Dino Cam Bites. Gulls worked their way to center. Meyer had it jump over his stick, and Ratu sends it deep. Taurinski going to go after it here. Dansk with a nice calm play. Up the wing, but Ratu saw it coming. Now Taurinski. His pass hit a skate, and now the Gulls bring it back to neutral ice once more. They've yet to set up. Regenda on the left side. Pressured. Comes to the line, held in by Hellison. Hellison to Harkins, traffic in front, he walks in. Harkins shoots, kicked away by Tolopilo with the right pad. And Friedman wins the battle and sends it all the way towards the goaltender. Under a minute to go in this power play, the Gulls have one shot. Now Hellison in his own zone, dropping it off for Nesterenko. Nesterenko dumping it in, Brisebois first to it. Plays it off the glass. Gulls keep it in. Mishak trying to spin away from Smith. Can't do it. Smith dangerously across the ice, now stolen by Colangelo. The goal scorer. Colangelo down low for Nesterenko, 20 seconds left. Colangelo walks in with a shot, stopped by Tolopilo, and the puck is cleared. Hellison dove, nearly held it in, but had to backtrack. Cambites coming out in 10 seconds. Still a 1-0 San Diego lead. And the Canucks going to kill off another. The Gulls are 0 for 2. Colangelo to the left wing. Nesterenko turns towards the boards. Ran into pressure. Gulls keep it in. Brisebois at the end of his shift. Chips it up the wing for Cambites, and he'll get it out. Also ran over Hellison after he played it outside his blue line. Gulls back in transition. Here's Colangelo. Down low feed. Cutting in front. Backhander stopped by Tolopilo. Good chance there for Sidorov. And now the Canucks have a 3-on-2 rush if they hurry. Led by Sasson. Drop pass for Wu. Walks in. He shoots. Stopped by Dance, and he'll hang on to it. Nice patience by Jet Wu down that right wing, but his shot hit the goalie right in the logo. 8:17 to play. Still 1-0 San Diego, and this rink is going to see a lot of hockey over the next 6 days. After tonight, the Canucks hosting Tucson next Tuesday and Wednesday night, both 7 p.m. local starts. So that'll be 4 games in less than a week. And then Abbotsford hits the road right after. So won't have a lot of practice time over the next 10 days or so. More fun to play games anyways, right? Don't tell Malhotra I said that. Here's Hines off the face-off win. Petrie will take it deep where there's a little more room. Around the boards. Gaucher. Can't get it out. Good pinch by McWard. Here's Sasson. Kudratsev around the net for Klimovich. Gets it back to Sasson around the net. Head up. Throws it out in front. Puck loose in the crease and covered by Dansk. Sasson was looking for John Stevens, but the pass was tipped. 7:51 to go, and the Canucks continue to be without some of their key players, which makes last night's performance even more impressive. And when you look at the 5 games they've played so far, they have seen the likes of DiGiuseppe, Lekkerimäki, Carlson, Wolanin, Friedman, Blais all miss some time. So when those guys all return, we got DiGiuseppe back tonight. But when Carlson, Wolanin, Friedman, or not Friedman, Blais come back, this team will be even more dangerous. As they look to tie this game, face-off dropped unfairly between Ratu and Carpenter. They'll add a second back to the clock. Carpenter wins it to the corner. Sidorov takes a shoulder there from Nielsen to make that DiGiuseppe. Played to the line. Friedman had it roll over his stick, and he'll fetch it at center. Pettersson. His pass finds Lekkerimäki. Right back to Friedman. He'll peel back. Goes DD to Pettersson. Pettersson plays it off the stick of DiGiuseppe in deep. Hetherington out to center. He's got a man open with some room. It's Sidorov. Canucks are changing. Sidorov cutting towards the middle. Looking for an open teammate. Now a chance in front. McEwen scores. He followed up and buries it past Tolopilo on the blocker side, and the veteran makes it 2-0 Gulls. Off a broken play, the Canucks were changing, and Sidorov tried to pass that, was blocked, and McEwen on the follow-up makes no mistake, and the Gulls have their largest lead of the weekend, 7:12 to go. It was DiGiuseppe's pass hitting the skate of Kudratsev, and McEwen was having a good start to his season. Able to bury it. That's his second of the year and 4th point. Now the Canucks in a bit of a hole here. Much better response so far tonight from San Diego. Jet Wu over to Kudratsev. Tristan Nielsen playing it in. Dansk around the boards, able to find Petrie. Petrie to the Abbotsford line and in. Kudratsev. Nielsen knocks it down and plays it deep. This might be icing, and that will be the call. 6:51 to go. Roland McEwen, 28-year-old former second rounder of the Kings, leading the defense in scoring, a veteran of over 460 AHL games. Spent the last 2 years with Milwaukee and has put up at least 20 points in 6 straight seasons in the AHL. And a big insurance goal here in the second. Waters jumped early. Linesman will redrop. Gulls win it. Here's a one-timer. Denizio's shot blasted wide. Harkins picks it up off the end boards. Waters slipped. Now it's played towards the crease, and a nice active goal stick by the goaltender Tolopilo. Knocked that chance aside. Now one of the referees take a spill. Gets a rise out of the fans. Regenda, body to the ice neatly there by Wu, and the Canucks bring it to center. It's an odd man rush. Here's Nielsen. He's got Smith with him, hits him with a pass. Nate Smith trying to jam it in. Waters follows up, plays it back towards the net, and stolen by the Gulls. Oh, Smith got in a little too tight. Good chance there as the Gulls play it in. 6:10 to go, second period. DiGiuseppe dumping it in. Off the forecheck he goes. Gulls make the pass, and it's chipped ahead. Glove down for a second there by Lecker-Mackey. And now it's in the Abbotsford zone. Breezeball chips it ahead. Ratu to center for Lecker-Mackey. He's one-on-one. Cuts to the right wing. Lecker-Mackey drop pass to McWard. In the middle. Breezeball now down to the right corner. Hines intercepts. Gave it right back to DiGiuseppe. Now Lecker-Mackey throws his man down behind the net. Gulls trying to clear. DiGiuseppe makes a nice play. Keeps it down low. Canal around the glass. Has a second chance, and this time it gets out. Both teams going to change. 5:20 to go. Friedman. Bank pass. Pedersen plays it inside the line. Shot right back out. Now here's a one-on-one chance. Carpenter against Friedman. Carpenter slows, passes off. Colangelo had a stick checked at the last second by Pedersen. Now the puck bouncing behind the goal line. Stolen by Mueller. Mueller starts ahead. His pass missed Sasson. And now Sidorov down the right wing. Leaves it for Carpenter. Mueller stole it away from him. Nice defensive play by the rookie. Mueller to Sasson. He lost the puck though. Puck loose in the neutral zone. Skating on to it is Hetherington. He'll hand off to Sidorov. He plays it in. Gulls need a change. Friedman to Klimovich. He's got time and space. Banks it ahead, but it was nearly stolen by Meyer. Nice job by Sasson to lift his stick. 4:30 to play. The Canucks change. The puck is behind the Gulls' net. Long pass the other way. Reaches Meyer. He'll backhand it behind the net. Kudratsev tied up. Puck played to the right point for Hellison. Hellison shot off a sticking out of play. Whistle sounds. And so does the buzzer. 4:12 to go. Looks like a different Gulls team compared to yesterday. Hockey is a funny game. They didn't have much in the home opener. Were outmatched in every facet, and looked like that might be the case in the first 10 minutes or so as Abbotsford came out flying, but they stemmed the tide and are now up 2-0 on goals from Colangelo and McEwen. Shots are 19-16 San Diego, and give credit to Dansk, who's been solid between the pipes. And when I was looking at the staffs for both teams, especially the goalie coaches yesterday, I see the names of Justin Pogge, Abbotsford's goalie coach, Jeff Glass, San Diego's goaltending coach, and took me back to the early 2000s when they were playing for Team Canada at the World Juniors, and quite frankly, two of the best to ever suit up for a country at that tournament. In 2005 in Grand Forks, it was Glass who was part of that dominant team that many consider the best ever Canada's put together. When Crosby was there, Perry, Bergeron, Getzlaff, the list goes on. And Glass was very good that year, went 6-0, 1.40 goals against, .922 save percentage. They won gold. And then a year later, Justin Pogge takes over the crease. And that was the year the tournament was held in Vancouver. And his numbers were even better than Jeff Glass's, as he also went undefeated, 6-0, had a goals against of just 1, and a save percentage of .952. So we got a couple of gold medals in the building tonight, and Pogge was a goaltending consultant for Team Canada last year at 3 different tournaments. So Hockey Canada really likes what Justin Pogge has to offer. He was a consultant for the under-18 team, the World Junior team, and at the World Championships. And I'm sure liking what he sees from Nikita Tolopilo early on this season. And Tolopilo goes back to his crease for the face-off, which will happen to his left. Sasson, Mueller, Nielsen, the forwards, with Brisebois and McWard. Sasson against Mishak at the circle. And it's won by Nielsen, who kicks it out to center. Flicks it in. Hit the referee, and Hellison will shoot it back out. Icing's waved off and hit Brisebois. He'll hustle back to get it. Under 4 minutes to go. Canucks would love a late one. Guillaume Brisebois will take it over center and wrist it in. Hellison looks up. Able to find Mishak. He'll take it to neutral ice and dump it in the Abbotsford zone. McWard takes a shoulder from Petrie. Nielsen to Mueller. Quick feed to Sasson. He'll pick up a little speed. Sasson down the right wing. Dumps it down low, trying to go after it. Canucks are changing, so the Gulls easily win that battle. And Mishak at the end of his shift plays it into the left to Tolopilo. Colangelo's there. He takes a shot, stopped by the goaltender. And he will hang on for a faceoff. Ty Mueller has been playing great since game 1 of the season and was finally rewarded yesterday with his first AHL point when he set up Mark Friedman in the second period. And he's just been so impressive. He's poised, smart, does a lot of things well. And every game I've watched him this year, I say out loud to anyone that will listen, this kid is so good. I mean, I might put my name in to be president of the Ty Mueller fan club. He penalty kills. He's on the power play, can play center, wing. He's on the bench right now watching DiGiuseppe, Lekkerimäki, and Ratu. Here's Pettersson. Across to Friedman. Around the net he goes. Friedman on the tape of Lekkerimäki, right back to Friedman. Nice little breakup between those two. Friedman to Lekkerimäki on the left wing. He'll cut in with a shot. Glove saved by Dansk. And he will hang on for a draw. And Lekkerimäki was looking good yesterday in his season debut. The 20-year-old had an assist and didn't look rusty at all after not playing in any of the first 4 games. Had a few good looks to score and just missed on a couple one-timers. And just a matter of time before he connects, you would think. He's going to stay out there on this face-off. Still 2-0 San Diego. Shots are 20-17 for the road team. Ratu taking the draw here against Carpenter. Carpenter wins it back. Canal off the boards and down the ice. Looks like this will be icing. No, it's waved off. Last second, Jet Wu will play it around the wall. Colangelo keeps it in. Harkins to the point, knocked away by Lekkerimäki. Good defensive play by the rookie. Now the Gulls grab it in their own zone. Harkins. Here he comes with speed. Down the right wing. Harkins down low, got hauled down. That's going to be a penalty. And the Gulls going right back to the power play. They got a late one in the first, and they're getting another one late here in the second. Harkins kept the feet moving, and it's going to be Chase Waters getting his second minor of the game. So a big kill here for Abbotsford. You don't want to go down 3 into the third. And Jansen Harkins has some solid bloodlines. His dad, Todd, a former NHLer, and ended up being the GM of the team he played for in Prince George at the Cougars, and is now the head coach at St. George's Prep in Vancouver. His uncle Brett played in the NHL and AHL as well, and is now a scout with Boston. His other uncle Don has been a longtime scout in the OHL. His brother Jonas played it with Jansen in Prince George, and has a cousin Tyler that played in the BCHL with Surrey, and went on to play college hockey at Ohio. So the street hockey games at the Harkins family parties must be pretty good. And now the Gulls back to work on the power play. 0 for 2 tonight. Harkins out there. Now a penalty coming up to Jet Wu as he knocked down Regenda in front of the net away from the puck. So a pending 5-on-3 as the Gulls just try to give Abbotsford possession. And Nate Smith touches up, and a huge opportunity for San Diego on a 2-man advantage as Jet Wu gets the call. Regenda was just trying to find real estate in the crease, and Jet Wu cross-checked him. So now the Canucks have the work cut out for them. Gulls up by 2. 2 minutes to go as the refs are hearing it from the fans. So it'll be Friedman, Stevens, Brisebois out there against Regenda, Sidorov, Carpenter, Harkins, and Meyer. Gulls win the face-off, but was done a little too unfairly by Carpenter, and he's going to get waved out. So we might see Harkins, a centerman out there, take this draw. And he's going to turn his stick around like Ratu does and become a right-handed shot, it looks like. Ratu, a pioneer of sorts. And Harkins wins it back, and they set it up 5-on-3. Regenda's in front. Here's Harkins to the blue line. Over to Meyer. Meyer backdoor to Carpenter. Wide open chance in front. It's blocked by Friedman. Puck loose as Stevens falls. The Gulls have 5 forwards on the ice. Meyer. Over to Harkins. Under pressure. Gives it back to Meyer. Walks in. Shot blocked by Friedman. And he's got the puck and he clears. Nice job by Mark to get in the shooting lane. And then clears it down. 1:05 to go in Waters' penalty. And the Gulls regroup. Looking to bring it back in and set up. Here's Carpenter down the right wall. Plays it around the other side for Regenda. Regenda to Carpenter. Left corner. He feeds the point for Meyer. Over to Harkins. One-timer scores! Jansen Harkins on the power play. Makes it 3-0 Gulls. 1:09 to go in the period. And San Diego has come to play tonight. They've now got 2 in this period and will remain on the power play for 1 minute and 9 seconds. Harkins just let it go with a little traffic in front, and that's his 2nd of the year. Quick one-time blast, beating Tolopilo. And the Canucks still got to kill off another. The Gulls are 1 for 3, now working on their 4th. And now they put a defenseman out there with 4 forwards. Pettersson in his own zone will kill some time and wrist it down the ice. Kudratsev took a high stick that was undetected off the draw. Last minute of play, 2nd period. McEwen to Carpenter, little drop pass to Harkins. He'll dump it in. Icing waved off as Carpenter plays it off the body of Waters, and the Canucks captain will send it all the way down the ice. 40 seconds ago in the penalty and game clock. .30 seconds left. Last chance here for the Gulls to make something happen. Here's Regenda to McEwen. His shot goes wide. Friedman on his horse. Plays it off the glass and ends up all the way down the rink. 15 seconds ago. Oscar Dansk will leave it for McEwen. One of the goal scorers in this period, McEwen. Long pass the other way for Mishak. Nice feed to Harkins on the rush. Wrist shot, scores! Harkins has 2 on this power play, and it's 4-0 Gulls. Took the feed from Mishak and squeaks it between the wickets of Tolopilo. And with 6 seconds left, the Gulls add to their lead. And Harkins with back-to-back power play goals. Shots are 22-17, and Harkins just laid into that one. Quick snapper between the right armpit of Tolopilo. And that'll take some wind out of the sails. Sass is going to take the face off. Gulls win it, throw it on goal. 2 seconds left, and that's going to do it. What a road period from San Diego. They score 3 times on 11 shots. They score on a 5-on-3 courtesy of Jansen Harkins, and score after the 5-on-4 courtesy of Jansen Harkins. So both teams head to the locker room, and the Canucks got a mountain to climb. 20 minutes left to go. would need an early one, you'd think, to get back in the game. They had 8 shots in that second frame, and also 1 power play and are 0 for 1. The Gulls now 2 for 4. And it's Jansen Harkins who has taken over this game. Scoring summary looks like this. 12:48 mark, Roland McEwen took a feed from Sidorov and buried it past Tolopilo, his second of the year from Sidorov, and Meyer made it 2-0. And then at 18:51 in the power play, 5-on-3, Jansen Harkins on a one-timer, blasts one home, his second of the year from Meyer and Carpenter. And then Harkins off the rush at 19:54, snaps one blocker side on Tolopilo, second of the game, third of the year from Mishak and McEwen. So McEwen a couple points in that period, same with Meyer and Harkins. And the Gulls, who are looking for a much better performance compared to yesterday, have delivered through 40 minutes. Shots on goal leaders for the Canucks, leading the charge with 3 apiece, are Sasson and Lecker-Mackey. And for the Gulls, a bunch of them have 3. And they are Sidorov, Hellison, Colangelo, and Harkins. And Dansk has stopped all 17 shots he has faced. Mentioned earlier, it's tough to win against the same team back-to-back, and that's what happens for the Canucks. Anytime they host somebody, they're going to play them again the next night, just due to geography, try and get 2 out of the way. And you expect a team after losing, like San Diego did yesterday, they're going to come out and try to have a better effort, and so far that has been the case. Leading 4-0. Second meeting in as many nights. And I wonder what Coach Malhotra might be saying to his team in the intermission. Doesn't come across as a gentleman that is going to peel the paint off the wall. Matt McIlvaine on the other side for San Diego got to be happy with this group, and he's got some veterans that he can lean on. Mentioned in the pregame show, Carpenter, McEwen, Harkins. Those are the guys that have to lead by example, and that's exactly what they did, especially in that second period. Should mention Harkins also has an assist, so he's got a 3-point game. McEwen and Meyer 2 points apiece, and no one on the board yet for the Abbotsford Canucks. All right, let's get to the AHL Plays of the Week. A combination of sweet plays from last week around the AHL, and from my understanding, it is a spooky Halloween edition. So without further ado, here are the AHL Plays of the Week, done by Bob Rotruck.
Some spooky fun in store as we check out all the thrills and chills of the biggest and the creepiest moments on the AHL Plays of the Week. The power of Boris compelled the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Penguins in a 2-game sweep of the Lehigh Valley Phantoms. Boris Tkachuk with a 3-goal weekend to scare away the demons and phantoms that had Nick Hart gasping for air.
Koivunen finds Tkachuk on a lovely pass. His wrister goes far down, baby! Oh, a release that'll knock you in your seat. Boris Tkachuk with a wicked shot. His second power play goal in as many games as a Penguin. And Wilkes-Barre Scranton has the 1-0 lead.
Be afraid, be very afraid of rookie Dylan Peterson of the Springfield Thunderbirds, who's been racking up the goals, including a pair against Providence as part of a quick 4-goal spurt. Here's Ryan Smith.
And the T-Birds with it again. Callan from the point. Callan the long shot. He scores! Peterson might have gotten a piece of that one too. And it's 4-1 T-Birds. Judging by his reaction, I think Dylan Peterson's got his 4th goal in 2 games.
Jeremy Davies is alive. He's alive and scoring goals since joining the Belleville Senators from Rochester. Here's his first with his new team in a game against Syracuse, as called by David Foote.
Puck is out at center ice, though. Here's a stop chuck over the line. Dropped it off for Davies. What a move! And the rebound was there. And the rebound is still there. And they score! Jeremy Davies' first goal as a Senator is an incredible effort. And Belleville have a 2-0 lead.
Back from the depths of Hellenius, it's 18-year-old rookie Consta Hellenius. The Buffalo Sabres 2023 first-rounder scored his first career professional goal. Chills down the spine of Don Stevens.
Up the right side, here's Neuchap. And there's the Toronto's out of the near boards. In the slot, moving in. Take a shot, they score! Hellenius almost over the goal line. Very sharp angle. Picks it upper corner, his first professional goal. What a great shot from Hellenius, and the Amerks take a 2-0 lead.
Slicing and dicing his way through the defense, Brett Berard of the Hartford Wolfpack came through with an overtime winner to finish Bridgeport. Alex Thomas is his #1 fan.
Pino to take the draw. It is won by Hartford. Berard to Fitzgerald. Wolfpack one shot on this power play. 28 seconds to go on the 4-on-3 advantage. Berard, his shot scores! Brett Berard, overtime winner!
Creepy coolness for Charlotte's Matt Luff, bringing the Checkers back from the dead with this late equalizer. A terrifying scene for TJ Shalott.
It's dumped in deep. Charlotte offensive end. Leonard looking for it. He's your goal scorer for the Checkers. Back to Carrick. Winding blast save off the rebound. Backhand chance saved by Kayan. Clearing attempt is cut down. Carrick shot. They score. Matt Luff out in front. The tip. And the Checkers have tied the game. 2:09 left to go in the third.
But the Monsters eventually awoke again in that same game. And how about a creepy, crawly penalty shot winner for Cleveland on the road? A gory conclusion for Tony Brown.
Right-handed shooter out of Edmonton, the greatest in Monsters history. Vic Smolanski has it at center, creeps in on the penalty shot, left circle, cuts back to the slot, fires, he scores! Trey Vic Smolanski instantly puts the Monsters up 3-2 with a late penalty shot goal.
Yes, master. It's Igor Sidorov, and goals announcer Aaron Cooney had the overtime thriller for San Diego.
Hands off to McEwen, walks right in. Rich shot, glove by Rodriguez. Wants to play it, a pops out, goals, Evan Sidorov buries it! Oh, the milk's gone bad! The goals went in overtime, 3-2, as Sidorov opened the scoring for the goals, ends the game in overtime.
It's not Mozart, but it is Amadeus Lombardi for the mythical Griffins in a 2-1 win over Manitoba. Looks like Bob Kaiser's gonna need a bigger boat.
Here's Kuzman, put it right to the goal mouth. That one sailed all the way through and will wind up at center ice.
Oh, look at
now
this.
the Griffins taking away Lombardi. He's gonna break, walks in, shoots, scores! Amadeus Lombardi. He's got two. The Griffins have two. And a 2-1 lead with 8:06 to play.
Alex Scary Barry Boulay, one of the all-time greats in Syracuse Crunch history, now with Laval. He horrified his former team with a 2-goal performance as called by Mitch Gallo.
Up into middle ice, Gignac tries on the forecheck, he pokes it through, and in comes Barry Boulay, there's a breakaway backhander, score! That's a rocket goal! Alex Barre-Boulay, half breakaway on the left. He digs the backhand and slips it 5-hole on Matt Tompkins.
Hate-filled creepiness for Iowa's Hunter Haight, scoring his first and then saying hat trick or treat. Ben Gislason, it was not a dream, this was really happening.
Hasn't stopped moving his feet yet. Crotty right to left at the point. Lambeau shoots, a save from Romanov. The rebound in front, they score. It's Hunter Haight with a hat trick goal. 3 straight, it's a pure hat trick for Hunter Haight.
Various goal-scoring villains shall return from their slumber and slash through opposing defenses to frighten many a goaltender with their devilish ways. But that's all she wrote for this Halloween chapter of AHL Plays of the Week. I'm Bob Roadtruck of the Lehigh Valley Phantoms. Happy Halloween, hockey fans.
There you go. Thanks to Bob Roadtruck for putting that together. And just finding out now that Archie Bains has scored his first NHL goal. What a moment for the Surrey native. Going hard to the net, puts in a rebound. And how about that? Scoring at home, his first NHL goal against Sidney Crosby and the Penguins, wearing the black skate uniform. I mean, just a picture-perfect moment for Bains and his family. He's been coming close, and I'm sure an emotional moment for him and family and friends. That's just so cool. That's what it's all about, man, right there. A kid that's grinded his way, undrafted in the WHL, undrafted in the NHL, put his head down, went to work, had a great career in Red Deer, signed as a free agent with Vancouver, and now he's got a puck that is going to last a lifetime on his mantle. Unbelievable stuff. Congratulations, Archdeep. Meanwhile, here in Abbotsford, the Canucks down 4-0 after 40 minutes. Bit of a buzzkill after that, but at least we get some good news elsewhere as Vancouver leads Pittsburgh 4-2. We'll see the Canucks here in the Fraser Valley can mount the comeback. Thanks for tuning in, folks, on your Saturday night. Going to step aside for a moment. You're watching the AHL free game of the week on Flow Hockey and listening to the Abbotsford Canucks Broadcast Network. Welcome back to Abbotsford. Start of the third period between the Canucks and Gulls. 4-0 San Diego is the lead. We've traded sides, and we'll see how the Canucks start this third frame. It'll be Ratu, Lekkerimäki, Di Giuseppe up front, Brisebois and Wu on D. Against Gaucher, Nesterenko and Caulfield. Hetherington on D with McEwen. Canucks have had some crazy comebacks in this building. Down 3, they've tied it in the third. Down 4, they've tied in the third. Tristan Nielsen had a hat trick once, and a crazy comeback against Manitoba a few seasons ago. As we're back underway, Jet Wu over to Di Giuseppe. He'll lay it in towards Ratu. Didn't reach him. It comes back to center and shot in by Brisebois. Puck is handed off to Hetherington. Off the glass and out. Now chip towards Di Giuseppe. Couldn't knock it down out of midair. And now comes Lekkerimäki to lead a 3-on-2 rush the other way. Ratu walking in front. Lekkerimäki couldn't backhand it in. Very close call there. Would have been a tap-in if he connected. Now the Gulls under pressure dump it down. Puck is rolling, so it'll be icing. Gulls want to change. They won't be able to. The Canucks will put out Sassen's line. But that odd man rush kind of came out of nowhere, and Lekkerimäki and Ratu doing a little give and go between each other. 44 seconds gone by in the third. Sassen in the circle. And the Gulls win it back. Hetherington. Nesterenko helps it down. This might be icing again, though it's waved off as the puck slowed before the goal line, so the Gulls change. Now Elias Pettersson dumping it in. Canucks are offside, so Sassen, Mueller, and Klimovich have to tag. Now Denizio turns it over. Nice stick by Klimovich. He's in on goal. He shoots, and he hit the side of the net. Close call. Tried glove side off a turnover. And the fans behind the net thought it was in, but hit the apron. Now the puck's in the Abbotsford zone. Kudratsev can't clear. He follows up. Nice read. This time it gets ahead to center for Waters. Waters trying to one-hand it in. Puck is loose for Carpenter to play to the corner for Helleson. Helleson around his net. Long pass the other way. Sidorov down the right wing. Protects it away from Kudratsev. Now Colangelo to the point. Canal dumps it back down low. Kudratsev intercepts on his backhand. Able to find Waters. He's joined by Nielsen. Waters dumps it in. Nate Smith on that other side ties up his man. Puck is in some skates. And Nielsen will get it to the right boards for McWard. Smith trying to play it in front. Well defended by Hines. And the defenseman will get it to the line. Not out initially as Ratu's back on. Top line getting double shifted here from Malhotra. Now Brisebois with a quick feed the other way for Ratu behind the defense, but he fell. He gets back up though. Plays it towards Lekkerimäki. Ratu, wrist shot, blocked. Now Regenda. Slowly the other way. Gets to center and shoots it deep. Guillaume Brisebois to Ratu. Plays it to the corner. Di Giuseppe onto it. Right corner. Looking to make something happen. Feeds the point. Friedman sees traffic. Passes to Pettersson instead. Right back to Friedman. Now he'll take a shot. Blocked in front. And Lekkerimäki couldn't find it between his legs. Howe. Off the boards and out. Friedman. Turns away from one check. Now lost it. Ratu helps him out and gets it back. 3 minutes played, third period. Puck has been in San Diego's zone a lot as the Canucks just iced it. Pettersson's pass too hard to handle for Max Sassen. From his team tonight. He's in his second season as head coach of the Gulls, and he's still young in his late 30s. Joined San Diego after serving as head coach of EC Red Bull Salzburg from the International Central European Hockey League. And kind of a unique hire. You don't see coaches being brought over to this league from Europe, and Matt was in Europe for a while. Started as an assistant there in 2013, but is from Illinois. as he's watching Nesterenko go to work down low. Nesterenko with a sharp angle shot, denied as Sasson goes after in the corner. Now Klimovich to center. Flicks it, looking for Mueller. Stolen away by Nesterenko on the back check. Nesterenko turned it over. Klimovich steals, looking for someone in front. Klimovich will bring it to the blue line, picks up speed, brings it down the right wing. In front, tipped right on, puck loose. Sasson was hooked and now it's chipped wide. Play goes on. Kudratsev for Sasson. Nice play to get around Denizio. Looking for Klimovich, the pass is blocked and Gaucher has time and space to get it out. And he'll take his time and backhand it across the Abbotsford line. 4 minutes played, third period. Canucks have the momentum right now. We'll see if they can make something happen. Nielsen tips it in. Waters in the corner. Trying to get away from Hines. He's pinned. And it's knocked free to Canal. He'll play it off the glass. McWard bouncing puck. Shoots it back down low for Waters. He takes a peek over his shoulder. Waters up the left wing. Trying to backhand it deep. He lost his footing and now the Gulls have an odd man rush. It's a 2-on-1. Here's Meyer with a chance and a sliding block by McWard. Knocked it away. Good defensive effort there. Now Brisebois for McWard out to center. He's got Nielsen. Puck rolled off his stick. Canucks are going to change. McWard for Lekkerimäki. Now Brisebois. 5 minutes played, third period. Still 4-0 Gulls, and he's going to ice the puck. He thought he had Lekkerimäki there, but he was flat-footed. San Diego in the midst of a Canadian road trip. They will head to Calgary and take on the Wranglers next Tuesday and Wednesday. And Calgary on fire coming into tonight. Won 6 in a row. Top of the table in the Pacific. San Jose having a great start to their year as well. They're second with 10 points. Off the face-off, Brisebois turns to the corner, lost the puck, and Harkin's shot goes wide. Now Colangelo worked over there neatly there by Brisebois. Ratu going to take his time with it behind the net. Hands off to Brisebois. Looking for somebody at center. He's just going to flick a high one towards Nielsen, who bats it in deep. Knocked that one just under his shoulder, so play goes on. And then Ratu knocked the puck down in midair. Couldn't keep it in, though. Now Pettersson looking for somebody in the neutral zone. Lekkerimäki leaves it for DiGiuseppe. He's got speed. Here he comes with a shot. Missed the glove side. And the puck ricochets all the way down into Abbotsford ice. Both teams change. Almost 6 minutes in, third period. 4-0 San Diego. DiGiuseppe takes a lead feed down the left wing. Turns on a dime. Head up. DiGiuseppe try to pass that. Hit Pettersson in the leg. And Howe will chip it out. And now Sasson takes the pass down the right wing. Head up with a shot. And that hit the stick of Helleson and went wide. Now the puck is iced by Howe. 13:40 to go. Third period. And the Canucks have the shot advantage right now. 2-1. Sasson going to take the face off. Mishak wins it to Helleson, and he'll get it out right away, but he iced the puck. No, they waved it off. They're going to say Kudratsev could have made a play, or maybe it nicked him in the leg. Sasson to center for Wu. He'll chip it to an empty corner. Helleson up the wing. Kudratsev holds it in. Gulls get it back. Now steal by Klimovich. Wrist shot. Oh, that hit the crossbar and went out of play. Quick trigger there from Klimovich and caught Dance by surprise, but stayed out. Buzzer sounds. We hit our media timeout with 13:17 to go. So 4-0 for the Gulls as we check out the out-of-town scoreboard. Tucson leading Bakersfield 2-1. So if Tucson wins, they'll be coming into Abbotsford on Tuesday feeling good about themselves, picking up back-to-back wins and can be 500. And some finals to pass their way. Rockford beats Manitoba 5-3. Charlotte at home, 5-2 winners over Bridgeport. Wilkes-Barre at home, 3-2 against Syracuse. Belleville needed a shootout to beat Toronto 2-1. Rochester goes into Cleveland and wins 5-4. Laval, 4-3 win over Utica. Grand Rapids wins 5-2 over Lehigh Valley. Hershey beats Springfield 6-2. Milwaukee goes into Chicago and knocks off the Wolves 5-1. And Texas at home beats Iowa in overtime 3-2. And some Pacific Division action tomorrow. Calgary at home going to host Colorado. Ontario against Henderson. And now they're showing the Arshdeep Baines goal on the Jumbotron. Watch the fan reaction here as Baines just put it in. And the fans realizing it's Arshdeep Baines. And it's getting announced here by Stephen James, the PA announcer. And what's been a night that hasn't gone the Abbotsford Canucks way. It's great to see one of their own get his first in the NHL, and understand at Rogers Arena, the crowd gave him a standing ovation. And I'm sure he and his family got chills during that moment, and will have that to cherish the rest of their lives. So congrats to Baines and his family. First NHL point is a goal against Sidney Crosby. Face off here, left circle. Gulls win the draw. Sent all the way down. Kudratsev to center for Ratu. He's behind the defense. Ratu stopped and lost control of the puck. It's just been that kind of night for the Canucks. When it looks like something might go their way, puck either rolls off a stick or someone falls. Now Ratu's tripped up, going after it in the corner. Takes down Hines. Lecker-Mackey able to win a battle for DiGiuseppe. Feeds a point. Breeze ball wide open over to Wu on the right side. Chips it back down low for DiGiuseppe. He'll look for space. Takes it to the left corner. Now up the wing. DiGiuseppe turns away from Hines. DiGiuseppe in front. Lecker-Mackey shot stopped by Dansk. What a save with a blocker. Now Ratu out of the corner. Good shift here by the top line. Lecker-Mackey steals. Trying to catch up to the loose puck. Makes a nice play to get around Caulfield. Now he takes a shot, and that one just went wide. Canucks continue on with the pressure. They need a change, though. McWard's there. Needs help. Plays it to the corner. Ty Mueller, he's fresh. Trying to knock Canal off the puck. Sassen's down there as well. Sassen kicks it free to Mueller. Canucks have a fresh line out. The Gulls are tired as McWard shoots one off a skate. And now the Gulls can finally clear. Gaucher lost the puck, and Mueller's going to bring it back in. Here he comes with speed on the right wing. Ty Mueller cutting in. Drop pass, and it's stolen by Hines. He saw it coming the whole way. The big defenseman gets to the red, fires it deep, and the Gulls change out. 11:40 to go. Been a good period for Abbotsford, but nothing to show for yet. Trying not to get shut out for the first time this season. Pettersson to Friedman. Cross ice feed. Sasson gonna play it in. Dansk behind his goal. Goes across to Hetherington. Up the wing. And it does end up all the way towards the Abbotsford line for Waters. Waters to Pettersson. Couldn't get it back to Waters. Regenda with the steal. Plays it in front, but Pettersson got in the way and chipped it right back outside the line. Now brought in again by Regenda. Down to the corner for Meyer. He's tied up by Nate Smith. Smith has it tied up. Finds Pettersson. He'll reverse it to the corner for Waters. Hetherington pinching down low. Can't keep it in. And the Gulls will regroup at their own blue line. McEwen able to find Meyer, who dumps it deep. Change is underway almost halfway through this period. Still 4-0 San Diego. Waters loses his footing. Makes the pass to Oud. Now Kudratsev up the wing, and the Gulls keep it in. Regenda behind the net for Colangelo. Point feet. Denizio, wrist shot off a stick. Goes over top of the net. Now the Canucks counter with speed. Smith dumping it in. Kudratsev going to stay on the forecheck. Trying to win a battle down low, and he does. Plays it to the right wing for Ratu. Now we got a penalty coming up. And it's too many men. Canucks have 6 players on the ice right now, so busted. 10:08 to go. The Gulls going to get their 5th power play. They're 2 for 4, and both goals scored by Jansen Harkins. So we'll see if the Canucks can kill it off. Canucks need someone to serve, and it's going to be Kudratsev. So Waters will come out with Ratu. Pettersson on D with Friedman. Friedman and referee Mike Campbell having a chat. Waters wins the face-off. Pettersson slaps it around the boards and ends up all the way down the ice. Just one shot on net for the Gulls in this period as Ratu nearly knocked Helleson off the puck. Canucks going to apply some pressure here, and why not? Down by 4. Need to make something happen, and fast. Nesterenko, blind pass to center. Now chipped in deep by Meyer. Friedman behind his net. Can't sidestep pressure. Pettersson to the blue line, held in by Helleson. Now it's kick free to center. Waters could be on a breakaway. Here he comes, trying to pick up speed. Waters protects the puck, and he's knocked down. Might be a penalty shot. It's a delayed call, and it's going to be a penalty shot. The Canucks captain going to go mano-a-mano against Oscar Dansk. Good hustle by Chase. He might need a squirt of water after kicking it into overdrive. The most exciting play in hockey. Chase Waters trying to break the goose egg. He had a partial break yesterday early on in the first period, and he's going to have a lot of time to think about what he wants to do here against Dansk. Here we go. A penalty shot for the Canucks captain. Waters picks it up at center, takes it to his left, works his way in. Waters shoots, scores! Chase Waters, a goal on a penalty shot, and it's a 4-1 game in the third period as he just squeaked it through the wickets of Oscar Dansk. Nice quick snapshot between the legs, and we'll see if the Canucks can get momentum off that. Still some time to go, and the fans are into it. That was the first time since February 18th, 2023 that there was a penalty shot in this building. It was Tristan Nielsen who took it against man of the San Jose Barracuda and was unsuccessful. Chase Waters with his first penalty shot goal in his AHL career. Now the Gulls still in the power play for another minute. Canucks steal. John Stevens dumps it down. 9 minutes ago, third period. Here comes McEwen with a drop pass for Harkins. Harkins down the left wing. Sidorov lost it. Friedman to center, and the Canucks could have another chance shorthanded. Ratu to Waters with the passes too far in front of him. Waters will leave it behind the net for Ratu. Ratu will kill some time and chip it out to center for Friedman. 25 seconds to go. Waters dumps it in deep. 8:30 to play in the third. McEwen to center for Hines. Dumps it in deep. Tolopilo's going to play it. Jet Wu sweeps it around the boards, and it finds its way to center. Caulfield lost the puck. Sasson picked his pocket. Penalty's over. Sasson down to the right corner for Mueller. Mueller twisting and turning, gets away from Hetherington, but helping out is Petrie. He'll take it around his goal. Out to center ice, Gaucher. Lost it to Mueller. Mueller over to Pettersson. Pettersson turns away from Caulfield and passes to Wu. And now sent in towards Dansk. The goaltender to Hetherington. Turn it over to Ratu. Ratu in the high slot. Cross ice to Pettersson. He'll turn away. Pettersson to Ratu. Over to Friedman on the right wing. Snapshot off a stick and out of play. That was Carpenter who got in the way and checks his stick for damage. Looks like it's in tapped. 7:32 to go. Canucks have had the momentum in the third period. And now we're on the board. It's a 4-1 game, courtesy of a penalty shot goal from Chase Waters. Shots are 24-23 in favor of San Diego, and getting word from Ben Goodwin that that's the first penalty shot goal in franchise history. So congrats to Chase Waters. Canucks take the puck free. Pettersson down low. Now it's chipped all the way down in the Abbotsford zone. Not enough for icing. DiGiuseppe behind the net for Friedman. Dangerous pass, but got away with it. And now DiGiuseppe right back to Friedman. He's got some time to wheel it out. Headman pass the center for Ratu. Ratu sidesteps Carpenter. Plays it in for Lekkerimäki. Down the left wing. Lekkerimäki to the other corner for DiGiuseppe. Looking for someone to pass to. DiGiuseppe backhands it behind the net for Waters. He's right back out there. The captain getting double shifted. Chase Waters taken down from behind by Canal. DiGiuseppe's in there. Helleson up the wing. Can't clear it. Brisebois over to McWard. Quick snapshot block. Loose in front. DiGiuseppe. His shot put it just wide. Now Brisebois to the point. McWard just able to hold it in. Nice play to find Nielsen on the right side. Canucks still have it. Tristan Nielsen around the net. Lost his footing. Carpenter's there. He's tired. Waters trying to strip him. Carpenter up the wing. McWard still holds it in and now shot the other way. Gulls want to make a change and they can't. It's going to be an icing. Oh, they got some tired legs. Carpenter bent over. Sidorov trying to get a squirt of water at the bench. 6:11 to go. The Canucks make another change. Sasson, Klimovich, and Mueller come back on. The Gulls have the timeout in their back pocket if they want it. Mueller going to take the draw. Still a 4-1 score in favor of San Diego. And now a veteran play by McEwen killing some time. He had an equipment issue, it looked like. Now the Gulls have 6 skaters on and taking their time going to the bench. Canucks can't be happy about this, as the Gulls are allowed to catch their breath. I don't know if there's confusion about who's allowed to change, but Harkins tried to step on and he's going to get thrown back to the bench, and Sidorov takes to the ice. Big face off here. If the Gulls can win it and clear, they can go off. Carpenter does win it. Helleson to the blue line, held in by Kudratsev. It's behind the net for Sasson. He'll leave it for Klimovich. Back to Sasson. It's almost like a power play here for the Canucks. Here's a point shot by Wu, turned aside by Dansk. Kudratsev diving for the loose puck, and the Gulls clear it down. And most of them go off. Klimovich will pick up speed the other way, under 6 minutes to go. Cuts to the slot, lost the puck, and it's backhanded out to center. Jet Wu shoots it right back in. Dansk gloves it down. Hands off to Hetherington. Right point. Wu holds it in. Sasson had it roll off his stick. Mueller holds the line. Pinballs off the shin pad of Sasson. And Hetherington able to find Regenda. And the Gulls break out. Harkins on hat-trick watch. Had the puck knocked off his stick. McEwen off the glass and out. Pettersson hustles back to get it. Takes it around his net. Reverses it to Friedman. Friedman flushed out by Harkins. Now he turns away from him. Gulls making changes. Pettersson to center. On the tape of DiGiuseppe with speed. Here he comes down the wing. Phil DiGiuseppe. Wrist shot saved by Dansk. And there'll be a face-off to his right. Should get the last media timeout, and there it is. 4-1 Gulls. A 3-goal second period has got them this 3-goal lead. And now trying to close it out with under 5 minutes to play. Fans are watching this free game of the week over Flow Hockey's social channels, and this season you can experience the AHL like never before with AHL TV on Flow Hockey. You can watch HD quality streams of every AHL game live or on demand from wherever you are, on your desktop, laptop, tablet, phone, smart TV, or OTT device. Visit flowhockey.tv to join now and never miss a moment of AHL action. And speaking of Flow Hockey, tomorrow night's rematch between the Canucks and Gulls. Actually, that was yesterday's read. That's today. That's the free game of the week. And available over their X account, Facebook, YouTube. And watching some other AHL action on Flow Hockey. It's been a seamless transition, good quality, easy to navigate. can use the app or desktop. Happy to have them on board this AHL season. So the Gulls 4 minutes and 54 seconds away from getting a split, and that's been the theme this year for the Canucks, just like last year. Remember, for the longest time, the Canucks would usually lose the first game of a doubleheader but win the next one. So far to start this year, it's flip-flop. They're winning the first game but losing the second. Just a weird trend that you can't really put your finger on. As I mentioned in the second period, most of the games are back-to-backs just due to the travel, so it's almost like a best of 3 in a matter of 2 days, which the Canucks will do Tuesday and Wednesday here at home against Tucson. Ratu out there with DiGiuseppe and Lekkerimäki. Gulls win the face-off. Hines around the boards. Brisebois keeps it down there. Lekkerimäki will sweep it to the left point for McWard. He'll dump it around the net. Right corner. Lekkerimäki has it, and there goes Tolopilo to the bench. Extra attacker coming on. Why not? Helleson dumps it off the glass. McWard can't hold it in. It ends up to Brisebois inside the Abbotsford line. Under 4:30 to play. Max Sasson shoots it in. Ratu, right corner, chips it down low. Now the puck is high in the air for Harkins. He'll chip it into his own bench. Whistle sounds. Face-off will stay in the San Diego zone. And the next home game on Tuesday is going to be the 3rd annual Diwali night. One of the best theme nights you can experience, and will highlight a variety of local South Asian cultural elements throughout the night. Should be fun, so get your tickets if you can make it at abbotsford.canucks.com. Again, that's abbotsford.canucks.com. Tolopilo goes back to his crease for now. 4:15 on the clock. And I wonder if Coach Malhotra might call a timeout. He's trying to switch some players up at the last second, but the officials aren't letting him do it. So now the puck's dropped. Ratu wins it back. Friedman right point. And it rolled over a stick, and it comes to center. Tolopilo was ready to go to the bench. Now Helleson behind his net. Hines to Harkins. Lost the puck here. Sasson with room. He shoots, and he missed the glove side. Now played towards the crease. DiGiuseppe hit the post. Oh, what a chance. And now Colangelo the other way. Can't get around Friedman. And now DiGiuseppe's grabbed from behind. Play goes on. Sasson with a chance, and then DiGiuseppe. And now thrown in front. Missing the tip is Regenda. 3:35 to go. Here's McEwen at the point. Winds and fires one. Blocked. Puck loose and played off the right pad of Tolopilo. Now Carpenter to the left point for Hetherington. He'll shoot it behind the net. DiGiuseppe able to find it. Both teams need a change when they can. 3:15 to go. Mark Friedman. Over to Chase Waters. He'll dump it in. Now Dance behind his net. Lost control and high stick Nate Smith in the face. Play goes on as Dance retreats to his crease. And now Jet Wu takes a shot. And it rolled off the end of his stick. Tolopilo to the bench for the extra attacker. Puck is shot in the Abbotsford zone. Wu. Hard pass. Waters to Mueller. Back to Waters. Canucks are going to set it up 6-on-5. Wu to Klimovich. Back to Wu. Traffic forms in front. Klimovich once more on the right wing. Sharp angle shot. Goes wide. Might have been a pass. Now Waters with a shot. And that was blocked. Waters to the point now for Wu. He'll backhand it down low. Smith behind the net. Needs help. Nielsen's down there. Same with Waters. Waters took a cross check to the back of the head that went undetected. Now Smith. Right corner for Mueller. Point feed Klimovich. 2:10 to go. Now Mueller one-timer. And he healed it. Comes back to make that Wu. Waters go to the bench for a change. Wu at the blue line. Over to Smith. Wrist shot blocked. Helleson got in the way. And he clears at the line, but not out. Nice hold by Wu. Nielsen down the left wing. Trying to lift the stick of Helleson. Nielsen wins the battle. Plays it off the blocker of Dansk. Under 2 minutes to go now. Penalty coming up. It's going to be Helleson going off for interference. Minute 47 to go. It'll be a 6-on-4 for Abbotsford, and now they might use a timeout. Interference, the call. And now Kambites jumps on with Twarinski and Stevens. And I wonder if this is just a decoy and let some players rest and then call a late timeout. I bet you that's what Manny's got up his sleeve. Send out a line that's probably not going to be out there. Kill some time and then call the timeout, which he does right now. So it'll be a 2-man advantage with the goaltender pulled. It was a goal scoring on a 5-on-3 in the second period, which blew this game open. Now the Canucks trying to cut the deficit to 2 with Hellison in the box. This young San Diego team has bounced back, brought their work boots tonight. They got 14 players aged 23 and under, and includes a pair of 19-year-olds. And overall 9 Anaheim picks are on the team right now. So the timeout's over. On the ice is Ratu, Sasson, Nielsen, Wu, Lekkerimäki, and DiGiuseppe. Phil DiGiuseppe's going to play the right point, it looks like. Ratu going to take the draw against Carpenter. Ratu wins it back. Jet Wu at the left point. Walks the line. Hands off Lekkerimäki. Fakes a one-timer. Back to Wu. Traffic forms in front. Lekkerimäki lets it go. Stopped by Danskin. There's no rebound. Somehow able to snatch it against his left shoulder with his glove. That was earmarked to the top corner. And the puck is actually lodged in between his neck and chest protector. So that's one way to not allow a rebound. Minute 36 to go. Face-off will be at that same circle. Ratu against Carpenter again. Ratu wins it back. Wu. Fakes, walks in. Hands off DiGiuseppe. Broke his stick on a one-timer. He's got to hustle to the bench. Canucks maintain possession. DiGiuseppe gets a new twig. Now Ratu. Stick handling. Backdoor pass. Blocked. It comes back to him. Ratu. Stick handles, plays it in front. DiGiuseppe. Lekkerimäki shot, that goes wide, hit a stick. Just over a minute to go in this third period. Wu. DiGiuseppe one-timer, that got blocked. Ends up to Lekkerimäki. DiGiuseppe once more. Lekkerimäki. Over to Wu. Lekkerimäki. DiGiuseppe. Now Lekkerimäki again. DiGiuseppe once more. Someone shoot it. And now DiGiuseppe's pass is blocked, and the puck stays inside the line. Nice hold by Lekkerimäki. 45 seconds left. Lekkerimäki on the left wing to DiGiuseppe. He's got room. Up top. Sasson shot blocked. Comes back to him. Hands off to DiGiuseppe. Sasson once more. Backdoor pass. And Lekkerimäki whiffed on it. Gulls get the puck and clear it down under 30 seconds to go. Did a nice job of keeping it to the outside. Now a long pass for Nielsen. He'll slap it across the line. Now shot back out. Under 20 seconds to go. Nielsen flicks it deep. Canal to the blue line. Mueller at center plays it to Wu. 8 seconds left, and that's going to do it. San Diego's going to get out of here with a split. A big 4-1 win as the buzzer sounds. And game 2 of this homestand is in the books. San Diego gets their second win of the season and hands Abbotsford their second regulation loss. Big time road effort in Dansk. Solid. Stops 29 of 30 and 12 of 13 in the third period. And sends the crowd home disappointed. Yesterday it was a 3-1 Canucks win, and tonight 4-1 the other side for San Diego. As the Gulls pour off the bench, congratulate Oscar Dansk, who gets his first win as a member of the San Diego Gulls. And that's how you bounce back after getting pulled in your last start. So the Gulls will head to Calgary with a win. The Canucks will host Tucson, coming off a loss, while the Roadrunners, they were hosting Bakersfield tonight. And last I checked, It was 2-1, and now it's 2-2 late in the third period, so it looks like that game's going overtime. Or sorry, Big Tucson won 5-3. Nope, I'm reading it wrong. They won 5-3 last night. They're 2-2 right now, so looks like there will be OT there. 4-1 the final here. Scoring summary looks like this. Starting in the first period, Sam Colangelo on a rebound made it 1-0 at 12:54, his third of the year from Jansen Harkins. Roland McEwen opened the scoring in the second. His second goal of the year from Meyer and Sidorov. And then the Gulls went on a 5-on-3, and Jansen Harkins scored a one-timer at 18:51, his second of the year from Meyer and Carpenter. And then just over a minute later, Harkins got his second of the period, third of the year from Mishak and McEwen on the power play. Made it 4-0, and then Chase Waters scored a shorthanded penalty shot goal at 10:32 to make it 4-1. But that's as close as the Canucks would come. 4-1, the final for San Diego, and the two teams will do it again next weekend in San Diego, California. So Jansen Harkins named the first star with 3 points, Dance the second with 29 saves, and Carson Meyer the third star with 2 assists. McEwen, Harkins, Meyer all had a multi-point game. Shots on goal leader for the Gulls with 4 was Harkins. What a game he had. And leading the way of 5 shots for Abbotsford was Lecker Mackey. Behind him with 4, Chase Waters. So Tolopilo gets his first loss of the season. He is now 3-1. Dance gets his first win of the campaign. He is now 1-1. Power play department, San Diego goes 2 for 5. Abbotsford 0 for 2. So after a dominating performance yesterday in the home opener, the Gulls able to dig their way out of what was a tough defeat and full value for the 4-1 win here on this Saturday night. Both teams will get a couple days off and play again Tuesday night. It's Diwali night here inside Abbotsford Center. Get your tickets now at abbotsford.canucks.com as they host Tucson, and will be a battle of the Ratu brothers. Should be fun. So with the loss, the Canucks are 3-2, 0-1. Remain with 7 points. The Gulls are now 2-4. That's going to do it for me here in the broadcast booth. I want to thank you fans who tuned in on the AHL Game of the Week. If you watch it for free, nothing better than that over Flow Hockey's social media channels. My name is Brandon Astle. Next broadcast will be Tuesday night, 7 o'clock local time. We'll see you then. One last time, the final score, San Diego 4, Abbotsford 1. You've been watching the American Hockey League on AHL TV /Flow Hockey and through the Abbotsford Canucks Broadcast Network. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. We will see you Tuesday night.